B103, your 90s 2K and Today, plus North Iowa's severe weather information station.
Searching for somebody more. Your face eyes. I think about you. I just
Defense Department name change.
Peace through strength, brought to you by the War Department.
Georgia Hyundai EV plant raid.
We had a lot of illegal aliens working there.
Labor market cooling.
This is a labor market that is hard for those who have already lost a job to find a job.
This is the CBS World News Roundup Late Edition. I'm Jennifer Kuiper. President Trump signs an executive order aimed at rebranding the Department of Defense as the Department of War. CBS's Linda Kenyon.
I think that's a big one.
Speaking in the Oval Office, President Trump said the name Department of War is much more appropriate.
I think it sends a message of victory. I think it sends really a message of strength.
Also sending a message of strength, Trump says any threat against U.S. forces by Venezuelan aircraft.
If they do put us in a dangerous position, they'll be shut down.
After Venezuelan jets buzzed an American naval vessel in the Caribbean.
Federal agents have arrested 475 undocumented immigrants at a Hyundai facility in southern Georgia. The immigrants were helping to build a new electric vehicle battery plant at Hyundai's huge complex near Savannah. Steve Schrank, special agent in charge for the Department of Homeland Security in Georgia, says some of the workers' visas had expired and others had crossed the border illegally.
This, in fact, was the largest single-site enforcement operation in the history of Homeland Security investigations.
Many of those arrested were Korean nationals. With an influx of federal authorities expected in Chicago at an elementary school this morning, Mayor Brandon Johnson joined the teachers union as they handed out flyers advising parents of their rights in encounters with ICE or law enforcement. Mayor Johnson saying,
"What this president is doing is illegal and unconstitutional."
From Radio Iowa Sports, this is the Scouting Report, an in-depth look at this week's prep and college games. Now from our studios in Des Moines, Todd Kim.
It's the 72nd meeting in the Cyhawk series as Iowa State hosts Iowa. The Cyclones look to break a home drought against the Hawkeyes. UNI faces its first road test at Wyoming, and more than a dozen rated matchups highlight week 2 of the high school season. That and more on the Scouting Report.
Okay, men, this is your time. Maybe you didn't choose this, but you're here now. You're gonna go out there and be an all-star caregiver. It's up to you. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go grocery shopping, cook, clean, be there emotionally and physically. You gotta dig deeper. Drive them to physical therapy, doctor's appointments. Don't you forget about the pharmacy. I know you won't, because that's what caregivers do. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. This is your time to show the world, your family, and yourself that you're tougher than tough. Now go out there and be the best caregiver this world has ever seen.
Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
The Scouting Report from Radio Iowa Sports.
Iowa State will try to change recent history when the 16th-ranked Cyclones host Iowa in the 72nd meeting of the Cyhawk series. The home team has not won since 2018, and ISU's last victory over the Hawkeyes in Ames was a triple overtime win in 2011.
Man, there is so much energy around this game. You know, the home team probably feels that a lot more just because you're living in it from Thursday, Friday to Saturday. But yeah, those are things we've talked about a little bit just as a staff and certainly with our players. But you know, I think it's certainly a unique stat. How do you come out and play your best football and be able to be ready to go, you know, at 11:05? I think those are all things we got to challenge ourselves with, but I think it's a great point.
That's Iowa State coach Matt Campbell. Iowa needs a big game from quarterback Mark Gronowski, who struggled in the pass game last week in a win over Albany. Yes, the Hawkeyes piled up 310 yards of rushing in that game, but they have little chance tomorrow without a balanced attack. On the other side, the Iowa defense must contain Cyclone quarterback Rocco Becht, who has 5 touchdown passes and completed 69% of his throws in a 2-0 start.
He plays like a veteran, and he did that at a young age. So his poise is impressive. Just the way he runs a team and doesn't make big mistakes is really, it's impressive. So we're going to have to be at our best. Yeah, we're a different group than we were last year too. So it's a whole new matchup, and the challenge is us getting ready this week knowing that it's going to be tough.
That's Iowa coach Kirk Ferentz. It marks the first time since 1978. Iowa State enters this game ranked while the Hawkeyes are unranked. It's an 11 a.m. kickoff in Jack Trice Stadium. The game will be televised by Fox. UNI faces a difficult test on the road with a visit to Wyoming. The Panthers open the season with a 38-14 win at home over Butler. And Coach Todd Stepsis says for the Panther offense tomorrow, it'll be about moving the sticks and staying on the field.
I think anytime you play a team where you're, the underdog, you got to figure out how to manage the game, as far as clock control, as ball control. How can you keep your defense off the field? How can you convert third downs? I think that's going to be one of the keys for us offensively.
Up next, high school football on the Scouting Report.
Hi, I'm Mike Mefford, physical therapist with Hancock County Health System's Sports Medicine Department. My colleagues and I are redefining the rules of the game with our extensive sports medicine experience and knowledge and utilization of state-of-the-art equipment and facilities. Let me help you change your game by recognizing your athletic potential. Join me at the HCHS Wellness Center in Britt or at the Garner Rehabilitation Clinic. Hancock County Health System. Your health, our care, a lasting partnership.
The Scouting Report from Radio Iowa Sports.
More than a dozen rated contests highlight week 2 of the high school season, and it's a busy night in Class 3A where the top-ranked team is on the road. Daniel Versteg reports.
The ice cream capital of the world plays host to a state-rated matchup when Class 4A number 7 Lamar's hosts Class 3A number 1 Bishop Heelan. The Crusaders sport future Iowa Hawkeye Kason Thomas in the backfield, and Lamar's head coach Ken Vigdahl says his defense has to be sound in slowing down the run to force the Crusaders to look elsewhere.
We need to get them off of schedule. You know what they're going to do. I don't think it's going to be a secret what's going to happen. Is they're going to turn around and hand the ball up to their running back. I mean, if you're going to Iowa, obviously you have talent. He's a very talented runner, big, strong runner.
Bulldog quarterback Jamie Sitzman completed 80% of his passes for 253 yards and 4 touchdowns in their season-opening win at Council Bluffs Abe Lincoln last week. But Bishop Heelan head coach John LaFleur says his 50 yards rushing proves he can make plays with more than just his arm.
Probably what jumps out most to me is his ability to make plays with his feet. We're going to have to be really disciplined with our pass rush lanes, keep him in the pocket, and try not to let him beat us with his feet, limit him to being one-dimensional.
For the Radio Iowa Scouting Report, I'm Daniel Versteg with KLEM Radio in Lamar's.
Another big one in 3A finds third-ranked Humboldt hosting number 4 Clear Lake. Bob Fisher has a preview.
Humboldt beat Clear Lake twice last season in the 8th week of the regular season and then with a last-second game-winning field goal in the first round of the playoffs. Clear Lake head coach Aaron Stensland says his players are taking the approach of building off this year's game for success later in the season.
You're fighting for a district title the first time you play them, for seeding in the RPI. The second time you're playing them to go to the quarters. So there's all the pressure in the world. Tonight, I think both teams can just let it rip, and I think both teams' seasons can take off in the right direction regardless of the outcome.
Humboldt coach Derek Elman says his team is prepared.
We definitely have had a week where we've been very dialed in as coaches and trying to get our kids to understand the importance of being dialed in and focused in practice and really trying to get the reads down and trying to visualize themselves out on the field. So it's been a big week for us in practice. I like where we're at. I think our kids are in a good spot to go out and, put the best product they can out on the field.
Humboldt has won the last 3 games between the two schools, cutting Clear Lake's lead, the 77-game history of the rivalry, to a record of 38-37-2. In Humboldt, I'm Bob Fisher for the Scouting Report.
Moving to Class A, where number 4 Maquoketa Valley hosts 7th-ranked North Lynn. Maquoketa Valley will be without senior star quarterback Brady Wall. He was injured in last week's season-opening win over Starmont.
It could be anywhere from just this game to a couple games, so I don't see him playing, but I think we'll see him again soon, but just have to get him healed up.
That's Maquoketa Valley coach Andrew Christensen. With Wall out, junior Trevor Grimm will direct the offense. Also in Class A, it's 3rd-ranked MMC-RU visiting 1A 10th-ranked Hinton. And there's one rated matchup in 8-player. It finds 4th-ranked Montezuma visiting number 10 Wayne of Cordon. This season, Bex is recognizing student athletes that are not only a star in athletics, but also a player that shows heart in school, at work, through the community, and in the ag industry. Gladbrook Rhinebeck's Hudson Clark is a 5-sport athlete, and though he has not grown up on a farm, he became president of his local FFA chapter.
And I love being in that leadership role. I like being someone who can go and help make an organization better, and just being a part of that and being someone who can lead that, that's the best part of it.
Benton Community's Chloe DeGroot says her favorite sport is volleyball, and she started as a youngster.
I started at the YMCA like 6 years ago, probably. Ever since then, I started with my school club once I reached the age limit for YMCA. And then 2 years ago, I think, I actually started club, and now I play club and school volleyball.
Ethan Marceau of Bishop Garrigan has enjoyed competing for the football team and says the lessons learned have helped him off the field.
It's really just helped me be a leader and grow up in a sense of camaraderie with everybody, and just being friends with everybody, and being a captain and being a leader. It just helped me, shows me how important life is, being a good role model.
Adeline Martins of Oakland Riverside is a 4-sport athlete and says the memories she's made will be lasting.
You can get memories doing other things, but sports have provided a lot of those things and the opportunities. I mean, not a lot of kids get to go and play at state softball. I mean, one of those things, I'm never going to forget about that.
Nominate a student athlete by searching Beck's Players with Heart. The rest of Week 2 is next on the Scouting Report.
This is Dawn Heatland, physical therapist at Hancock County Health System. Are you looking for a way to rehabilitate that nagging injury? Or maybe you need to reteach your body and mind to do the things you used to do with ease. Hancock County Health System physical, occupational, and speech therapy programs are here for you. For high school athletes to retirees, HCHS will guide you in minimizing your pain and maximizing your mobility. Hancock County Health System, your health, our care, a lasting partnership.
The Scouting Report from Radio Iowa Sports.
Perennial powers collide tonight in Class 4A when second-ranked Pella travels to Waverly Shellrock. Matt Ray has a preview.
New Go Hawk head coach Cal Twait is now just 338 wins behind his legendary grandpa Dwayne as his tenure began with a bang.
Here is the run-up and the kick. The 2025 season is underway. The ball goes right to the 1-yard line, picked up by Bowden Center in between the hashes. 10, 15, breaks a tackle. Makes another man miss. 20, 25, 30, bouncing to the outside. 30, 40, 50, 45, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown! Out the gate, the Cal Twait era begins with the firework.
The Go Hawks won 45-0 over Bondurant Farrar, but Coach Twait says Pella will be a much bigger challenge.
Pella's got a great team. They were in the state finals a year ago. They returned some great athletes from that team from a year ago. Nice tailback. They have a really nice receiver. They play really fast on defense. I've been really impressed by Pella.
Pella topped Ballard 26-7 last week. I'm Matt Ray reporting for Radio Iowa.
Also in 4A, there's one other rated matchup. It finds 5th-ranked Newton on the road at number 9 North Polk. A busy night of rated action in Class 5A. It includes top-ranked West Des Moines Valley visiting number 3 Waukee Northwest, while second-ranked Southeast Polk plays host to 4th-ranked Iowa City Liberty. 2A, top-ranked Carroll Kemper is on the road to take on 3A number 5 Algona. Brian Wilson reports.
The Knights and the Bulldogs will clash for the first time since 1993 tonight here in Algona, both coming off impressive season and opening victories. Algona won at Spirit Lake by a score of 33-21, racking up over 300 yards on the ground. Bulldog head coach Andy Jacobson says he likes what he saw from his club last week, but he knows the Knights will present an even bigger challenge.
They've got a big offensive line that's physical and a back that runs really, really well. Of course, they got a quarterback that's really, really good as far as throwing the ball. He's got a really big arm.
Kemper amassed over 500 yards of total offense in their opener, a 44-28 win over Cherokee at home. Knights head coach Andy Steinkamp says his team is ready to hit the road for the first time in 2025.
Algona's got a great stadium, a great team. You know, they've had a lot of success, especially in recent years too. So we know it's going to be a great opponent. And I think it's just a great opportunity. You know, it's high school football. It's going to be Friday night. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Now, before the game, Algona will honor their 1925 squad that went a perfect 9-0 and claimed a state championship, a team that outscored their opponents 229-13 over that season. In Algona, I'm Brian Wilson on the Scouting Report.
Mid-Prairie coach Darren Lambert likes challenging non-district games in the Class 2A. 6th-ranked Hawks have another one tonight when they visit number 9 Alburnett. A year ago, Mid-Prairie opened 0-3 before making a run to the quarterfinal round of the playoffs. They opened last week with a 50-35 win over Washington. Lambert says Alburnett will feature a balanced and physical team.
So there's still some unknowns that we need to get through, but ultimately we're going to focus on what we can control. But a lot of credit to them. We know it's going to be a tough opponent. Like I said, balanced, physical, and well coached. And so anytime you see that, it's going to be a tough night for you.
Class 1A 8th-ranked Trainer has a tough non-district test on the road at 2A number 8 Van Meter. Trainer opened with a victory over Oakland Riverside last week, and Coach Jeff Casey says they'll need a big effort tonight against the Bulldogs.
Playing a team like Van Meter, you can count on there's going to be some adversity. Something's going to happen. They're going to play really, really well. They're a tough opponent. And we're going to have to fight through that adversity and play with some toughness.
Class 2A tonight, it's number 2 OABCIG hosting 1A 5th-ranked Tri-Center. 3rd-ranked PCM Monroe's on the road at 3A, number 9 Nevada. It's number 4 Roland Story hosting 10th-ranked Des Moines Christian, while 5th-ranked Central Lyon George Little Rock hosts 1A, number 2 West Lyon. That's all for the Scouting Report. For Radio Iowa Sports, I'm Todd.
This is KHAM Britt B103, a Koloff media station.
Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars in Britt, Iowa. Looking for a get-up-and-go have-fun car? Check out Easy Go's new elite models powered by Samsung lithium technology with unbeatable power and performance, unprecedented zero-maintenance batteries, and an 8-year warranty. Check out our new pre-owned and customized options today at Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars, 1/2 mile south of Britt on James Avenue.
All right, it's now time for West Hancock football on KHAM B103 and streaming live at B1031.com and KIOW.com. Now let's head to your live pregame and play-by-play with the voices of Eagle football, Kevin Wilson and Kevin Sanger.
Thank you, Mel, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Week 2. And tonight the Eagles will host the AGWSR Cougars here at Sanger Field in a Class A District 2 contest. As previously announced, I am Kevin Wilson alongside the Lee Carso of high school football, Kevin Sanger. Kevin, welcome to the broadcast.
Well, thanks, Kevin. I don't know about that, but exciting night for football. And
that it is.
A little crisp in the air and not sweating to death up here, so it's a good deal.
No, big change from last week, as it is, as he said, crisp up here in the press box, or outside anyway. It's not bad here in the press box. But Eagles welcome the AGWSR Cougars to town tonight and looking to just start defending that Class A #1 ranking.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Last week was kind of cool to see how we played, for first game out. I thought we did a lot of good things, and always interesting to see the improvement from game 1 to game 2. Got some new starters in there, and you never know how they're going to adapt or adjust. But a couple things that impressed me was just the way we had guys running to the ball and got some speed in the backfield. We got some depth in the line, and good to see a lot of those kids getting a chance to play and see what we can do. And I'm sure the kids are excited to play tonight, and I'm sure the coaches are as well.
We're going to do a little trivia here. I'm going to test you just a little bit. What the AGWSR? We got this alphabet going. Do you know what towns make up that conglomeration?
I do believe it's Ackley, Geneva, Wellsburg, Steamboat Rock.
Very good. Star of the night for Kevin. I didn't tell him he was going to do that, so he was put on the spot. So, according to BC Moore and our resident stat guru Dan Kroll, this is the 4th meeting all time between the Cougars and the predecessor AG Raiders. The Eagles are 2-1, and the first meeting was a cold and windy playoff game back in 1986 that I think my broadcast partner, did you play in that one?
I did play in that one sparingly. I was just talking to Vance next to me. He played as well. Super windy, and it was very cold.
Yes, I remember it well also. A little bit ahead of you there. I was actually out of school, but I do remember, I think my father-in-law may have drove the bus up here that night, or that it was a Saturday afternoon, if I remember correctly.
It was.
So in 2012 and 2013, boy, I really messed that one up. These two picked up and met those 2 seasons, West Hancock winning them in 2012, and then the Cougars got their only victory in the contest or in the series in 2013. So that one, I think, up here at Sanger Field. So we're going to take a quick break. We come back. We'll talk about this current Cougar team. Once again, you're listening to, I'm going to get it together during the break here, to West Hancock football on B103.
The Titanium Lunchbox mobile food truck thanks you for your support, and we look forward to catering all your special events this year. Weddings, prom, graduation, reunions, or even a business luncheon. Choose anything off the Titanium Lunchbox menu or customize your own menu with casual or formal cuisine, even appetizers and desserts. Call us at 641-512-1187 today to book your event. The Titanium Lunchbox in Britt. What's in your lunchbox?
Hi, I'm Dave Zrosling, president of Stellar Industries. Stellar reflects the values of small-town living: honesty, integrity, kindness, and caring. Employee-owned with locations in Garner and Kanawha, Stellar is a proud supporter of the GHV Cardinals and West Hancock Eagles. Log on to StellarIndustries.com to learn more about Stellar and how you can become part of our family.
Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars in Britt, Iowa. Looking for a get-up-and-go have-fun car? Check out Easy Go's new elite models powered by Samsung lithium technology with unbeatable power and performance, unprecedented zero-maintenance batteries, and an 8-year warranty. Check out our new pre-owned and customized options today at Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars, 1/2 mile south of Britt on James Avenue.
Go Eagles from the Britt Chamber of Commerce and our members including Hancock County Economic Development, J. Hiscox State Farm, KIOW, Liberty School Museum, New Cooperative, New Horizon, and Roger Jacobson. We appreciate your support. See the Britt Chamber of Commerce Facebook page for info and events.
Richard Auto Company of Britt proudly supports West Hancock Community Schools. You support us so that we can support them. Here at our Britt location, we have access to over 700 new and used vehicles, so check us out on our website at pritchards.com, give us a call, or stop by our store on Highway 18 so we can help you with all of your vehicle needs. Go Eagles!
Michael Foods of Britt is hiring for various positions of all shifts. Great compensation package, on-the-job training, and career growth opportunities. We are first in food because we are first in people. Apply online today at michaelfoods.com.
Hi, I'm Brent McNeese. McNeese Tire and Automotive in Britt. Big or small jobs, we do it all. Tires, oil changes, and other vehicle maintenance, inspections, brakes, even transmission and engine work. And with 24-hour roadside service calls, count on our McNeese Tire family to be there for your child when it matters most. McNeese Tire, a mile and a half west of Britt on Highway 18. Call 843-3536 or visit us on Facebook.
The West Hancock Eagles work hard to succeed. Here at Swenson's Do It Best Hardware in Britt, we work hard to help you succeed. From tools and Valspar paints to plumbing, electrical, housewares, and everything in between. When you need to do it best, come to Swenson's Do It Best Hardware on Main Avenue in Britt.
HR Block of Forest City and Garner is proud to support the West Hancock Eagles sports teams. This year's HR Block 3-point challenge raised $615 for the West Hancock Athletic Fund. We'll run it back next year. Good luck to the Eagles in the future from HR Block of Forest City and Garner.
Trulson Auto Parts in Britt has been keeping cars running since 1951. Trulson's is your Napa Auto Parts store and Napa Auto Care store in Britt. Call to talk to Dan or Levi about scheduling your car for maintenance today. Farmers, don't forget our farm filter sale going on now. Stock up on Napa Gold filters to keep you running today. Go Eagles!
This is Richard Wubin with B&B Ag Sales. Are you struggling to make your farm budget stretch? Seed, chemical, fungicide, and biologicals priced for peace of mind that you're getting your budget in line for the next growing season. Give me a call today to help you grow your best crop. B&B Ag Sales, 515-578-0237.
Forest City Ford at the corner of Highways 9 and 69 in Forest City wishes good luck to our local athletes. We look forward to seeing you compete. When you need a vehicle, see our current inventory at forestcityford.com. Forest City Ford, where customers really do send their friends.
All right, everyone, welcome back here to Sanger Field. As the colors are leaving the field here, we'll look forward to this game getting started here briefly. And before we do that, though, let's turn it over to Kevin and have him tell us a little bit about the AGWSR Cougars.
A little bit about AGWSR. James Cope enters his 10th season as the head coach of the Cougars. First few seasons, they were 8-man, returned to 11-man football in 2021. The team last week opened up with a 53-0 loss to Nashville Plainfield. The Cougars' offense will likely be led tonight by sophomore Landon Dennis. Junior Eli Homeguard was a second-team All-District running back last season. Up front for the Cougars return a trio of linemen and juniors Cale Dodd, Gage Van Lowe, and senior Dom Menard. Senior Lane Rose returns as the main receiving target. He'll be joined by seniors Tristan Dennis, Blake Williams, and William Hoffmeiser, and junior Trace Eiton. Defensively, the Cougars returned 6 of their top 10 tacklers from a year ago. Seniors Bo Starr, Lane Rose combined for 87 tackles and 2 sacks. Keys for the Cougars tonight, Coach Cope has stated they're looking to be more consistent and more physical than they were last week against the Huskies of Nashville Plainfield. The Cougars will face a stiff test, mostly veteran defense for the Eagles that will make it consistently difficult for them to move the ball.
Very good. There you have a little look into the Cougars of AGWSR. We're going to take a 60-second break. We come back, we'll talk about the 2025 Eagles. This is West Hancock Football on B103.
Equipment has been in the grain handling business in Britt for over 55 years. Call Paul at 843-3734 today for more information on grain bins and Shivers drying equipment. Baukelman Grain Equipment in Britt, the grain drying specialists.
Touchdown, Eagle fans, at the Britt Barn Grill. Score big with our daily lunch specials, hot wings, burgers, roasted chicken, or a juicy steak. Plus, there's always a game on and the best late-night entertainment. See our Facebook page for specials and upcoming comedy or live music events. Don't miss the action today at the Britt Barn Grill, downtown Britt. Go Eagles.
Instep Flooring in Kanawha. Think of plush, luxurious carpets in hundreds of colors and patterns. Consider the handcrafted beauty of exotic and domestic hardwoods. There's also the diverse styles and durability of ceramic and luxury vinyl. Options for all budgets. Choose Instep Flooring in Kanawha.
All right, a little Bob Seger football Friday nights, Hollywood nights there. Got to know your 80s music if you're gonna be on this broadcast, Kev. All right, we are back here at Sanger Field, getting ready to start kickoff. It's about 3-4 minutes away. Tell us a little bit about West Hancock.
Well, last week the Eagles opened up with a nice win over Hancock County rival. In the rivalry game, junior Cohen Whitty, his first varsity start, led an offense that displayed a great deal of diversity in the rushing attack with 8 different backs carrying 30 times for 314 yards. Junior Nathan Bixel led the attack with 9 carries for 106 yards, 2 TDs, while Gustavo Gomez gained 96 yards on 6 carries and a TD. They ran behind an experienced offensive line of Reese Lutke, Carson Bruns, Gavin Wonder, Michael Gretlet, and Trinity Cruz. The Eagle defense threw a shutout, which is always good to see, in the opener and gave up 87 yards rushing, 24 yards passing. There's some question marks in the secondary coming into the season as they had to replace nearly all the linebackers. Nathan Bixel, Teague Smith, Caden Esquire, and newcomer Cooper McLaughlin performed quite well. Keys to tonight's contest continue to build success we found offensively against the Cardinals last week and keep things rolling.
Absolutely. Eagles looking at the Radio Iowa poll has West Hancock rated number 1. We'll run down that Radio Iowa poll real quick. West Hancock, of course, number 1. Number 2, our old friends down the road a piece, St. Ansgar. Number 3, MMCRU. They have a ranked matchup tonight with 1A number 10 Hinton. I think that's... Nope, that is in MMCRU. I thought it was on the road. Maquoketa Valley is facing North Lynn. That's another ranked matchup, number 4 versus number 7. And then ACGC is 5. Woodbury Central 6. North Lynn, again, number 7. Mount Ayr, number 8. Madrid, number 9. Madrid was defeated last week. They play North Mahaska this week. And then Sioux Central rounds out the top 10. They're playing number 10. They are number 10, and they're playing West Sioux. West Sioux getting some votes in the AP poll, if I'm not mistaken. So Eagles will have. Who did you say won the toss, Kev?
We kicked to the south. I'm not sure. I'm assuming
so we must have won it and then are deferring. So that's going to wrap it up here for the Miller & Sons pregame show. Again, our pregame show is being brought to you by Miller & Sons Golf Cart in Britt. Miller & Sons is your easy-go headquarters for golf, car, and utility vehicle sales, service, finance, and leasing. They also sell Cushman haulers and Aluma trailers. That's Miller & Sons Golf Cars in Britt. You can check them out at millergolfcars.com or give them a call, 641-843-4132. Or if you're in Britt, just travel south of Britt on James Avenue. Head on out to Miller's. They're on the right side of the road, about a mile south of Britt on James Avenue. So we are ready to go here. We've got our pregame jitters ready to go and are out of the way, and we're set to go. Kicking off for West Hancock will be number 22, and that is Carlos Hernandez.
The breeze seems to be died down a little bit here. It was blowing pretty good earlier.
Yeah, it's a high end-over-end kick taken at about the 15-yard line by number. We'll catch that number in just a second. He's up over the 30 and brought down about the 36-yard line. That's number 25 for the Cougars, and that is Eli Homeguard. We're going to call that name a lot tonight.
Well, we'll see the Eagle defense get to work here at the 4-down front. And one of the things that really impressed me last week was just to see our depth up front with keeping some bodies fresh in there, getting guys rotated and keeping them pursuing to the ball.
Yeah, it's nice to have that depth up front, like you said. So it'll be Tristan Dennis coming across the formation at quarterback, number 5, Landon Dennis. He's in a shotgun formation, hands it off to Homeguard. Homeguard straight ahead, just gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a half a yard. We'll call it 2nd down and 9.
Nice tackle there by our D-tackle. Reagan Johnson, I think it was.
So second down, and we're going to call it 10 because they did not move the yard marker. Cougars come out with 2 receivers to the near sideline. Again, a shotgun formation. And it's a screen pass complete out to number 7. And he takes it up to about the 40-yard line where Ozzie Smith will push him out of bounds. That's Carl Hoodrew on the reception. So that's a gain of about 5 yards. That'll bring up third down and 5.
Get a little pass rush up front there and put a little heat on that quarterback here. We'll see if we put a little blitz on him here.
Speaking of heat on the quarterback, you want to make sure that you get into the Britt Food Center and sign up for the sack of the game. And if the Eagles record a sack in tonight's game, you might be the winner of a sack of groceries compliments to the Britt Food Center. 2 receivers to the right side now for Dennis. He looks out there.
6-man rush there.
And he's
going to wrap him up.
Complete again. And they've had first down yardage, and that's complete to Hoodrew. Hoodrew takes it up to about the 47-yard line.
Did a nice job getting rid of the ball there, and nice catch and get upfield.
So Cougars on the move here. Get a first down, just under 10 minutes to play here in the first quarter. The receivers to the right, shotgun formation again. Holmgren flanks his quarterback, and there's lots of motion, and we got a flag out. We're going to back up 5, I believe.
Everybody but the center there, it looked like.
It looked like it, yeah. So we've got Landon Dennis.
Only a sophomore here, looks like.
And I believe the Cougars are fairly young also, as you mentioned that. And 2 receivers wide to the right. Dennis in the shotgun formation. We'll see that a lot. He's a quick pass. He fires it over the middle, in and out of his intended receiver's hands. That is intended out there for Tristan Dennis. I'm sure those 2 are related somehow. And that falls incomplete to bring up 2nd and 15.
Probably a passing situation here, I would guess, with 2nd and long.
So the 2nd down and 15, 9.5 minutes to play here the first quarter. 2 receivers to the left. Now they have a man in motion. And they hand it off to Holmgren. He runs straight ahead, and he'll get stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing.
Good job by the interior of the line there. And it looked like T. Smith was in there, or Nathan Bixel, I think it was, number 3.
Yep, Carson Bruins also in on it. So 3rd down and long for the Cougars. The Eagles will pin their ears back and look to get into the backfield, maybe get a sack here and feed the people.
A little too deep here. Look here, looks like. Expecting pass here from a defensive standpoint.
The receivers left. Back to passes. Dennis, he fires it out there. In and out of the hands of Nathan Bixel. Not Brady, but Nathan. He had a pick, and he just couldn't haul it in.
A lot of green grass there if he'd hung on to that one.
Yes, there was. So we'll see our first punt of the game, and try to catch the number on the punter here if I can.
Number 3, Nathan Bixel. Number 4,
Bixel and Teague Smith are back, standing on about their 27-yard line. Punt is away. It's a line drive. Takes a bounce and goes over Bixel's head. And, oh, my goodness.
You calling that a fumble?
Yeah, I don't know. It looks.
He threw his bag.
So I think, I'm not mistaken. We'll see what they're going to do here. I don't know what they're.
I think they're giving it the ball to us, but boy, look close for us touching it there.
Okay, we got a flag on the play. There we go. We're going to probably do this again.
Flag on the play.
So they'll be kicking again. That was a legal formation. So,
I think maybe Jacoby thought we touched it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, we'll play it again here and see what happens.
Yes, the Eagles dodge a bullet there, because I do believe that, as you said, the official threw the bag out. So they're going to back them up 5, and we'll do it over again. And back to punt will be Tristan Dennis. He also does the punting.
We got Nathan and Teague back deep here, so we'll see if we can set up our wall here and get some green grass.
Yeah, they're out there standing on their own 31, 32-yard line.
I think if we could have caught that one in the air last time, we'd have had a little room here.
This one is high and short and taken by Bixel. And Bixel winds his way through a little bit of traffic for about 3 yards up to the 45-yard line. So big difference, if nothing else, in field position for West Hancock as they start out 1st and 10. Shadows are growing long across the field. Field looks really good shape.
All that rain has kept it green, that's for sure. Good starting position for us here on offense here, starting on our own 45-yard line and see what the offense can do here. They got a big couple of guys with some size there in the D-line.
They certainly do. Wing to the right for Eagles. They give it to Bixel off the left side. He bounces off a tackler and goes forward for a couple more yards after the first contact, and they're going to give him about 9 yards on that. It'll be 2nd and 1.
A little 245 dive to start there. I'd like to know the stats of how many times we've started a game on that play. It's a lot.
Well, Dan, work on that. Eagles go out to the line of scrimmage again. Gomez, wing to the right. It'll be
just a little off tackle trap.
Subject. And Subject's going to be taking it over the 45. He'll have first down yardage.
Subject with the carry.
The near side official is marking him about a yard further downfield than the far side official. So they'll give him the first down. So just under 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. West Hancock's first possession, after the Cougar punt. Eagles on the move. They'll come out now, wing to the left with Jacoby. Subject, and then it'll be Gustavo Gomez. He runs off the left side. They're going to give him forward progress of about a yard.
Got the linebacker in there. We got to get to that second level and get those guys picked up a little bit, looks like. But
yeah, somebody shot through there and made some early contact. Gustavo was going backwards in a hurry. Wing to the right now is Gomez. It'll be Bixel straight ahead, and he's not going to get much, maybe a yard.
Bixel on the carry up the middle.
So third down, and we'll call it 8 for the Eagles.
3rd down and 9.
It's like number 51 snuck in there from the defensive tackle position. Like a little inside trap. Yeah, 63 is listed at 6'3", 295. He certainly sticks out.
Yes, he does. Good size D lineman. Eagles are wing to the right, back to pass is Whitty. Whitty's got a man.
Nice throw.
And it's complete to Caden Squire down to the about 14-yard line. 1st and 10, West Hancock.
Wow, nice throw by Cohen there. Nice little loft on the ball, nice catch. Good protection.
That was a one of those things where West Hancock, we're known as a running team, but boy, when we need to put the ball in the air, able to do so. Nice pitch and catch. Whitty to Squire. Eagles come out now, wing to the left with Subject. It's going to be my favorite play, the counter with Subject, and he's going to take it down out of bounds about the 7.
He could have stuck his foot in the ground there. I think he might have had some opening inside there, but still certainly a positive play there, about 7 yards.
Yep, 2nd down and 3, 6:19 to go, first period. Eagles knocking on the door in the red zone. Excuse me. They're wing to the...
wing over here with a little tailback pitch.
Yeah, so threw me off a little bit on the formation there. Give it to Bixel. Bixel lost a couple, actually.
Number 25 there. I don't know where he came in through. Defensive end position, I think.
Yeah, home guard. I believe he's on the D end, yeah.
Yep. That little fullback toss has been a good addition to the offense. Teams kind of overload us inside, and be able to get that thing outside with that is good.
Going back to Gomez, wing to the right. Bixel takes it to the left side, dives forward. He's going to be inside the 5. See where they mark it here.
Just short, looks like, maybe?
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and 1. Then the ball is marked right on the 5-yard line. And it'll be a timeout taken by, who are we going to take this timeout? Timeout will be taken by the Cougars. We'll take it with them with 5:32 to play here in the first quarter. Eagles knocking on the door. This is West Hancock football on B103.
Sons Easy Go Golf Cars in Britt, Iowa. Looking for a get up and go have fun car? Check out Easy Go's new elite models powered by Samsung lithium technology with unbeatable power and performance, unprecedented zero maintenance batteries, and an 8-year warranty. Check out our new pre-owned and customized options today at Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars, 1/2 mile south of Britt on James Avenue.
Discover Waldorf University in Forest City, where your passion meets opportunity. With a wide range of athletics, fine arts, and over 35 clubs and organizations, whether you're on campus or online, experience the support of a community that feels like home. Learn more at waldorf.edu today.
Count on First State Bank of Britt and Woden to put your community first. We partner with your clubs, we cheer with you at the games, we make decisions right at home to help keep you financially strong. And with advanced online and mobile options, banking has never been easier. Good luck, Eagles, from First State Bank of Britt and Woden, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, welcome back. And as we come back to air, Nathan Bixel puts West Hancock on the board with 5:28 to play in the first quarter on a 5-yard run. It'll be a point after attempted by Hernandez. And the kick is going to be up, and it's going to hit the crossbar and bounce back. It's no good. So West Hancock leads this one 6-0, 5:28 to play in the first period. This is West Hancock football on B103.
Your local John Deere implement in Kanawha, Buffalo Center, Titonka, and Algona.
They carry a large selection of new and pre-owned inventory for your farming operation. When it comes to inspecting your John Deere equipment and providing you precision ag support, Casey Nielsen has the total package to get the job done right.
Visit CaseyNielsen.com and follow them on YouTube.
Hi, this is Mike Ewing. For more than 40 years, my family and our staff at Ewing Funeral Home and Monument Company have been caring for your families with personalized services as unique as the lives each of us live. Ewing Funeral Home and Monument Company, serving Britt, Kanawha, Clarion, Belmont, Dow's, and all the surrounding communities for generations and generations to come.
All right, welcome back. And as we come back, here's the kick, and it's an end over end and short and covered up quickly. West Hancock, Teague Smith was down there trying to get to it, but it was covered up by one of the linemen, number 54, jumping on it, and that is Blake Willems.
Boy, that was closer than I thought it was going to be. We were hustling down there.
Yeah.
No backspin on that ball.
So, Kevin, as we come back to air, I looked away for a second, and Bixel standing in the end zone, and missed the whole play. So
been pretty consistent coming out in the same formation here with tight end and a wing to one side and two receivers to the other here.
Here's the snap. It's going to be a keeper. Dennis will keep it. There we go. And he's going to get wrapped up right away. Get maybe a yard out of it. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Nice tackle by Gomez there.
Excuse me.
Number 71, Reese Lukey on the tackle.
Reese Lukey over there wrapping him up, bringing him down. We approach the 5-minute mark here, first quarter. Try to keep you up to date on some area games and the rest of the district. We'll go run through the rest of the district here just in a second, as soon as we catch a break. Cougars come out now, 2 receivers to the right. Now they put a man in motion across the formation left to right. Rolling out to his right is Dennis, firing downfield. He's got a man, he just overthrew him. And in and out of the hands and intended out there for Carl Hooger. So it'll bring up 3rd down.
We're working on keeping contain on that. The left defensive end here there, Lutke, was working through that, and good job of getting his hands up and giving that quarterback a little presence in his face. 3rd and long again here, so let's make a stop here.
4:43 on the clock. It's stopped with the incomplete pass. Eagles leading this one 6-0 in the early going. Cougars will break the huddle. 2 receivers to the right. Shotgun formation for Dennis. He's flanked to his right by home guard. There's some movement up front, I believe, and it was.
Boy, it almost looks simultaneous.
Yeah. Going to back them up 5. And
call it on them.
Yeah, it'll be 3rd down and 14.
3rd down and 14.
It was convincing because the Eagle defensive line flinched. I almost went with him. I was ready to go.
Little too safety high look here, it looks like. Certainly expecting pass here.
2 receivers to the near side. That's Hooger and Dennis. Now they put a man in motion. Out here looking to his right. He's under some pressure. Could have our first Britt Food Center sack of the game. He fires it out here. Incomplete. Did not make the line of scrimmage. He did have a man in the area, though.
Nice job by both Carson Bruns and Reese Lutke.
Well, they are going to
getting after him. They're going to call grounding on him there, yeah. I have a hard time keeping track of what the rule is with that anymore.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing to do. So we'll see what they do here. They're talking it over.
If they really went by the intent of the rule, that'd be grounding. It'd certainly get called more than it does.
Though he did have, I don't know why they're calling the far side official over, because
he was on the other side of the field.
Yeah, he was the furthest one from it, and he's going to be the one that makes the decision. At any rate, it's going to be 4th down because it was 3rd down.
Should be a spot foul, and ball should move back to there and punt.
Looks like they're going to wave it off. Or are they going to? Yeah, they are going to wave it off, and it'll be 4th down.
Like I said, I can't keep track of how they call that anymore.
Yeah, that's it was definitely a confusing couple of minutes there for everybody involved. So the Cougars go back to, we're going to go back to football. Cougars are going to punt. Tristan Dennis back in punt formation for the Cougars.
See if we can get a clean catch on this and get Teager and Nate out in open field here.
And they're standing on their own 40 waiting for this punt. Wind has died down, like you said, nothing.
It kind of picked up there for a little bit. There we go. We
nice,
have a chance on this
punt. Going to be taking a Teague at about his 32-yard line. He's got some room to run. He takes it up over the 40, and he's cut down quickly. Over to make the tackle is Brady Abbas. And Eagles will start on their 41-yard line.
It's a heck of a catch. It's one of my pet peeves when you don't catch a punt.
Yeah.
Ball typically rolls and you give up yardage. So nice job of catching the ball there.
A lot of hidden yardage in those punts that aren't fielded. You are so correct. See, I told you, it's great to have a coach's mind up here sitting next to me. Eagles will come out with Gomez wing to the right. Whitty will look things over and go under center. Hand it off to Subject. Subject's got some room to room. He tries to cut it outside. He gets up over the 45. He's going to be brought down about the 48-yard line. Nice gain on 1st down of about 48 or 8 yards.
Nice hard run, getting his shoulders down and keeping those feet going.
Did a nice job waiting for his blockers to get out in front of him too.
Looks like 2nd.
Every once in a while, so often you see a runner do that and they don't wait for their blocker and you're just out there naked, if you will. So 2nd down and then 7, they hand it off to Bixel. Left side, he's got a big hole. He's into the secondary before first contact, and Abbas makes the tackle in Cougar territory at the 44-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. 3:45 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, he was well 5 yards downfield before he got touched.
Wing is to the left now with Subject. Whitty looks things over. Here's a snap. Give is to Bixel. Bixel's got a big hole off the right side. Takes it down to about the 40. Gain of about 4 yards on 1st down.
Now their free safeties sneaking up there pretty tight to the line of scrimmage. Blitzing on that last play. Probably why we were open on the throw to Caden Squire there on the pass play here last drive. So
2nd down and 6, we'll call it, for the Cougars. 3 and 10 to go, first quarter. Wing to the right is Gomez. Up to the line of scrimmage, it's Bixel off the left side. Going to gain about another 2-3 yards. It'll be 3rd down and short for the Eagles. We'll call it 3rd and a long 2, short 3.
We're getting a nice seam there off the snap and getting a good running lane there. So we got to keep those big boys up front working.
Eagles getting in a rhythm now. They're offset to the left, and it's Bixel for a 1st down. Unbalanced line to the left for the Eagles on that one.
I thought we had an extra guy over there. I was trying to count it and snapped it before I could even pay attention.
Yeah, I wouldn't have caught it myself except for the fact that I thought maybe Whitty, when Whitty went down to get under center, I thought, wait a minute. Does he know he's under the guard? First and 10 Eagles, 2:27 to play, first quarter.
Ready for a counter here again.
Wing to the left, and it's going to be a keeper.
Or a bootleg.
By Whitty. He's got a man in front of him, and he's going to be brought down about the 20. Let's see where they mark it here. Brady Abbas in there again for the tackle. He's been all over the place for the Cougars this afternoon or this evening. They're going to mark it about the 28-yard line. I'm going to bring up second down, and we'll call it 7.
Boy, all 4 of those guys can really run well. Tough to defend.
Subject wing to the left, and they give it to Gomez. Gomez looking for a hole. He finally picks one and drives forward. He's brought down inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. It'll be third down and 2.
Does a good job setting up his blocks. They're pressed to the line of scrimmage and then putting his foot in the ground and getting north and south. And
had a couple of guys out in front and looking good here. A minute and a half to go. Eagles in and
unbalanced again here.
Unbalanced. It'll be Bixel left side, and he's got first down yardage and takes it down just outside the 10-yard line. The Eagles knocking on the door once again. 1:23 to play as they move the sticks.
Got some hands on the knees now. Starting to get a little tired on defense here, so we hope we keep it going here. Hang on to that ball. And
mark it at the 11. Tight formation, Bixel left side.
Bixel with the carry. Brings up second down for the Eagles. Number 20, Lane Rose makes the tackle.
And we got officials timeout fixing a shoe here the way it looks on one of the Eagles. Can't tell for sure who that is over there.
Yeah, one of the linemen maybe? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looks like it is.
Hard to tie your shoes with your hands all taped up. Gloves on.
I think it's hard to tie your shoes. I think he's got some tape on his shoe even. It was Trinity Cruz, if I'm not mistaken. I moved my phone away from my roster so I can see who we had. That was Trinity. Wing to the right now is Gomez. Here's the snap, and here
counter.
you go. And Gomez is going to be
score, I think.
In for the touchdown. 7
nice
yards out.
Boy, he didn't get very wide on that. He about crossed the center, and he was going north and south and found the hole and scored.
So Gomez takes it in from 7 yards out with 38 ticks to go in the first quarter. West Hancock extends their lead. I think they're going to go for 2 here, try to get this back to even numbers, and they'll spend
a little wildcat here with Teague in, looks like.
Yeah, Teague at quarterback, 2 receivers left. It's Subject and Smith, and Teague's going to run it to the right, looking for a hole, and he's going to get it in for the 2-point conversion. So Teague Smith makes it. West Hancock 14, AGWSR Cougars 0 with 38 seconds to go here in the first quarter. This is West Hancock football on B103.
Tap, go. First Citizens Bank's contactless debit cards make purchases easy. Call us at 800-423-1602 or stop in to see us about getting one today. First Citizens Bank, member FDIC.
NIAC is proud to support North Iowa athletes. Sports inspire teamwork, discipline, and dedication, qualities that last a lifetime. At NIAC, they help students build on those strengths. High school students can earn college credit now for free. Get a head start on your future at NIAC.edu. NIAC, future found.
Hancock County Health System physical therapy programs are here for you. For high school athletes to retirees, HCHS will guide you in minimizing your pain and maximizing your mobility. Hancock County Health System, your health, our care, a lasting partnership.
All right, welcome back. Carlos Lopez Hernandez set to kick off for the Eagles. 38 ticks to go here. Then we'll have our first winner, maybe, of a yard line marker of the year. We'll talk about that in a second. This kick is end over end and tumbles, picks up by home guard at the 21-yard line. He dances around a would-be tackler in Teague Smith. Teague just mad at himself because he missed that one, and home guard is brought down at the 35-yard line.
Well, he was there quick, that's for sure.
Yes, he was. So Westview Care Center is sponsoring fundraising for the Eagle Activity Fund, or again this year, and there are a few spots left on that. You want to contact Jamie Castles at the Westview Care Center if you want to get in on that yet. Still, there are just a handful of spots left. You could be a winner. Cougars come out 2 receivers left.
Ooh.
And met right away. In fact, might have lost a little yardage on that one.
Nice job by Trinity Cruz there, sticking his nose in there.
Yeah. Trinity Cruz and Reagan Smith stood him up, and Bix will come along and finish him off. That's teamwork right there.
Love to see the gang tackling. We need 3, 4, 5, 6 guys to the ball. That's the one thing last week watching the game. Boy, we had a lot of pursuit to the ball and keeping leverage on the ball. They weren't getting outside of us, and we got a lot of guys that can run, which is nice to see.
So our quarter break winner is going to be the south 35-yard line, and that will be Abby Goodnow. So Abby Goodnow, the winner of the yard marker at the end of the first quarter here tonight. So we'll take a break. We'll come back. It'll be second down and 10 for the Cougars on their own 35-yard line.
The Titanium Lunchbox mobile food truck thanks you for your support, and we look forward to catering all your special events this year. Weddings, prom, graduation, reunions, or even a business luncheon. Choose anything off the Titanium Lunchbox menu or customize your own menu with casual or formal cuisine, even appetizers and desserts. Call us at 641-512-1187 today to book your event. The Titanium Lunchbox in Britt. What's in your lunchbox?
Michael Foods of Britt is hiring for various positions of all shifts. Great compensation package, on-the-job training, and career growth opportunities. We are first in food because we are first in people. Apply online today at michaelfoods.com.
All right, welcome back. First, it'll be second down, actually an 11 for the Cougars on their 35-yard line. If you're watching on the live stream, it has been blinking. I understand that, and we are working on that. I think maybe I might have fixed the problem, but if not,
fumble the snap. Oh, good job of picking it up there.
Good
Good tackle by Bixel.
Oh wow, nice tackle. Completed pass from Dennis out to Eli Homeguard at the 35, back to the original line of scrimmage almost, but Bixel come along and made sure that there was nothing happening after he caught the ball.
I thought he almost put his knee down there when he went to pick up the fumble snap, but nice tackle. Always good to see a good hard tackle.
Yes, sir. That was textbook wrap up or drop. So.
A few stats here from the first quarter here. Bixel, we got 11 for 53 yards. Jacoby Subject, 3 for 17. Cohen, 1 for 3.
And there's 2 receivers out to the left, and Dennis fires it out there, complete again, this time covered up by Caden Squire right away. And it was complete to Hoosier. But Eagles secondary, quick to the ball.
Fourth down.
We're about due here for a punt return, I think.
There you go.
We had 29-yard passing on that first quarter as well for 114 yards of total offense so far.
And it seemed like it was a pretty quiet 114 from up here anyway.
Yeah, it did.
Back to punt is Dennis. Almost got that one. It's a tight spiral over the top of Teague Smith's head, yeah. And it's going to be downed inside the 15-yard line, about the 13. And that was a nice punt. Eagles, and he punted it under pressure. Didn't see who that was back there.
All the way from the 36-yard line to the 14. Nice, really nice punt.
And Teague was retreating fast. And Teague can run pretty fast, but there was no way he was going to catch up with that one. So Eagles will start 1st and 10, their own 13-yard line. Moving right to left on your radio dial. They'll come out wing to the left.
Counter.
And it's Gustavo Gomez. And boy, if he'd have kicked it outside, he had all kinds of room, but he chose to go inside. It's going to be a short gain. But from my vantage point, at any rate, it looked like he was one step to the outside away from taking that one all the way.
Yeah, they've done a good job so far. They've made us work and not giving us big plays. Last week we had a number of big plays. You know, we're kind of having to grind it a little bit here tonight so far. So
wing to the left again.
There we go.
And now it's going to be that pitch out there to Bixel. Bixel stays on his feet. He's up to the 25-yard line. He left first down yardage.
Good job keeping his balance there. And that's a tough play. A lot of teams don't overload inside there for our dive. And Nate, and even Brady last year, boy, we got some speed to get outside to turn the corner. You got to kind of pick your poison. Are you going to overload inside or try to stay on the perimeter to keep it contained? And it's tough to do.
Cougars bring big number 62 back into the defensive line.
Fullback trap.
Oh, my goodness. Bixel has tons of room. The ball was out, but I think he almost had to been down.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to call.
Yeah, I don't know. They're saying the Cougars have it.
Ball play covered by the Cougars.
Yeah.
First and 10.
Not on the field, but
couldn't see that very well. I didn't see it.
It looks like he was. Well, we'll have to watch it on the replay here. It almost looked like he was down, but we'll see what they do. What it looks like here. So Landon Dennis run out there with a play, and looks like we're going to have a timeout. There's some confusion about what's going to happen there. So Cougars will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. This is West Hancock football on B103.
Britt Food Center. Experience all the benefits of a family-owned local grocery store like prime quality meats, fresh produce, deli and bakery items. Download the Bright Aisle mobile app for digital coupons, recipes, email offers, and smart zone alerts to save even more. Or visit us online at BrittFoodCenter.com.
Score big with fast fiber from COM1. Get up to 1 gig plus local support 24/7 so you can keep streaming your Eagles. COM1, the local one serving Hancock, Wright, and Humboldt County neighborhoods with the most reliable internet, telephone, and digital HD TV. Click com1net.net today.
All right, welcome back, Sanger Field. 9:41 to go before the McNeese Tire halftime break. And the Cougars are going to set up in West Hancock territory for the first time at the 39-yard line after the fumble. They'll come out 2 receivers to the left. Under center now, Dennis.
A little different wrinkle.
Yeah, and he'll hand it off to Holmgren, left side. And he's going to get maybe a yard.
They've been pretty consistent. It's been that same formation pretty much every snap, and the motion that wing every once in a while. But
yeah, they're just flipping receivers. First time we've seen, I believe that's the first time we've seen Dennis under center. If I'm not
I think
mistaken.
that's. I don't remember him been shotgun every snap I can recall. Good test for us here to keep him out of the end zone here.
Trace Eiton brings the play in for the Cougars. Landon Dennis relays it to his teammates, and they're up to the line of scrimmage. Eiton will split out wide to the left, along with Hooger in the slot. Shotgun formation again for Dennis. He looks and fires it out there to Hooger. This time Hooger has a little bit of run, but Cooper McLaughlin comes up.
Nice tackle.
Yeah, wow. Drives him backwards just inside the 30-yard line. That'll bring up third down and about 6. Cooper waited and moved at just the right time.
Yeah, that was one thing to give up a pass completion, but boy, when you can come up and make the tackle like that and push them backwards, certainly no yardage after the catch.
So third down and 6, 8:20 to play. First period, flip the formation, 2 receivers to the right now.
Pressure coming here, looks like.
And hand it off to Holmgren.
Get in there. There we go.
Holmgren's going to be dropped for a loss. Third down, and all that pass look was for nothing.
Brought a little pressure on that one. The running back down there.
Looks like we got a man down on the play. So I don't know if it's just a cramp, but we'll have officials timeout, and we'll take a 30-second timeout with them. This is West Hancock football on B103.
Hi, I'm Dave Zrosling, president of Stellar Industries. Stellar reflects the values of small-town living: honesty, integrity, kindness, and caring. Employee-owned with locations in Garner and Kanawha, Stellar is a proud supporter of the GHV Cardinals and West Hancock Eagles. Log on to StellarIndustries.com to learn more about Stellar and how you can become part of our family.
Go Eagles from the Britt Chamber of Commerce and our members including Hancock County Economic Development, Jay Hiscox State Farm, KIOW, Liberty School Museum, New Cooperative, New Horizon, and Roger Jacobson. We appreciate your support. See the Britt Chamber of Commerce Facebook page for info and events.
All right, welcome back after the injury timeout. 8 minutes to go here, and the Cougars are set to come out with a little different look this time. Well, no, maybe they don't. Looks like there's a lot of confusion going on. Started out with a single receiver each way, and now they're double on the right. And the shotgun snap pass is out there, intended for Hoosier. Hit him in the hands, but he couldn't bring it in, and it'll be fourth down.
A little different look there. Came with too high safety look. Brought pressure on third down. A little coverage there, and
actually, I'm sorry, that was fourth down.
We're able to turn them over there. So get the offense going here and redeem ourselves from that last drive.
Good job by the Eagles keeping the Cougars from scoring there after the turnover. So got a couple of score updates over there, and I can't read those, Kev, so you're going to have to go through them for me.
So we got Sioux Central and West Sioux tied at 7.
And it's going to be Bixel on the carry, and he's got a big run
Bixel
here.
with the carry up the middle.
Madrid's up 7-0 on North Mahaska, maybe. Woodbury Central up 7-0 on West Monona. MMRCU up 7-zip on Hinton. St. Ansgar up 14-0 on Starmont, and Clear Lake over Humboldt 6-0.
All right, thank you, sir. So it'll be second and short. We're going to call it 2 after Bixel's first down run. The Eagles are going to come out 2 receivers to the right. That's Smith and Squire, and they're going to give it to Smith complete on a little screen pass. And Smith, they blew the whistle dead in forward progress, but as Teague rolls out of it, and it's going to come to the far side or near sideline.
There was nobody left over here.
Yeah, he'd have been running all the way to Woden if he wanted to. As it is, he's going to have a first down. Well, maybe not. They're going to. Now he thinks they're going to measure. So
awfully close.
Yeah, they ruled his forward progress was stopped, and man, I tell you, he was spun out of that and was headed back our way when the whistles blew. So.
His grappling experience helped him on that one.
Yes, it did. Little sit out when he's standing up.
That's right. Hard to get him off his feet.
Looks like they're going to be short by about 3-4 inches, so it'll bring up
third down.
Just short for the Eagles.
I'm not sure what down we're on here. I'll have to wait and.
Not fourth, is it?
I don't believe
Should be
so.
third.
I'm going to rely on Mr. Smith running the scoreboard here to tell me.
They had fourth. They got it right now. It's third down.
Okay, very good. Yeah, because it was second and short. So third down and about, striped to nose on the football for a first down with 5:48 to go in the first half. West Hancock leading 14-0. So third and short.
Little full house here.
Full house backfield. Whitty will hand it off to Bixel.
First down.
Twist his way up over the 45 to the 46-yard line for the first down.
You know, that play gets there so quick and so fast. You get a seam in there, and it doesn't take a big block. Boy, you get turn that defender's shoulders, and as they say, 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
There you go. Not so much dusty right now with all this rain, but wing to the left, and it's Gomez. And Gomez turns it up.
Oh, you got some. I don't know if that was a D tackle there, kind of snuck through. He was sitting right there.
Yeah, it almost looked like Gomez probably should have kicked that out because he had Gavin Wonder out here that could have sealed that inside blocker. But as it is, it's a gain of 2 and second down and 8. Wing to the right is Gomez. They're going to give it to Bixel straight ahead. It's going to be brought down at the 49-yard line. That big number 62 in there on the tackle, Van Lowe.
I always find it interesting how teams decide to play us. Are they going to stack guys at the line of scrimmage? Are they going to blitz? Are they going to try to run stunts inside? You know, it takes us a while sometimes to figure things out what they're doing, but they do a good job with what Coach Johnson does up front with getting guys organized and figuring things out.
This is Bixel off the left side. He's got a big hole ahead of Gavin Wonder's block, or behind Gavin Wonder's block, along with Cooper McLaughlin. He takes it into Cougar territory to the 41-yard line. Big gain for the Eagles.
Good pad level by Nate there, just getting his shoulders square and getting upfield and take what you can get, and you got a 9-yard run there before you know it.
Split out wide to the left now with Ozzie Smith. They're going to give it to Bixel once again. He's going to drag a tackler this time down to the 35-yard line, a gain of about 6. It'll be second and 4 for the Eagles. Eagles got a little rhythm going now. I don't want to jinx it, but this has been a pretty clean game by both teams, penalty-wise.
Let's go.
Wing to the left or right, and it's this time it was
there we
Bixel
go
again. Cooper McLaughlin spun out wide left that time, and Bixel takes it for a first down to the 27-yard line.
Had some bodies flying on that play there.
Yes, sir. That offensive line is got a little motivation going on right now. This time it's Smith. Swinged up or wide left. Same play, and it's Bixel again. I think the coaching staff saw something because we've seen that same hole used about 3 plays in a row now. He's down to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, we're getting it rolling here a little bit now. Those DBs get tired of coming up there and tackling those guys.
We're gonna be a timeout by the Cougars. I think that's their final one. We'll just keep it here for this one. We'll run through those scores in a minute. First, before you do that, though, I'm gonna tell a quick story. I remember one time when my son was playing, your dad sent in a play, and I don't remember if it was 245 dive or 242 trap or whatever, and he told him, says, don't come to the sideline, just keep running it until I tell you different. So that kind of reminded me of that just now.
Yeah, there's some cool stories sometimes. But we get something that's working, you keep doing it. And one of my favorite stories is Newman. I don't know what year that was. I think Jake Zool was the fullback, and I don't know, I think he ran the dive play 14, 15, 16 times in a row, and I'm sure Jake was a little tired, but something to be said for when something starts working, you keep doing it until they stop it.
Yep. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So Vance is scribbling scores over here. Why don't we give them an update on the scores real quick while we're...
Looks like we got St. Ansgar up on Starmont 22-zip now. Humboldt 7-6 over Clear Lake. Algona 7-6 over Carroll Kemper. West Sioux and Sioux Central still tied at 7. Madrid 7-0 over North Mahaska. Woodbury Central 14-0 over West Monona. And MMRCU 7-0 over Hinton. That's an interesting game, I think, with Hinton and Marcus Merida and Claiborne.
Wing to the left now, and they'll give it to Gomez. Gomez dives down to the 10-yard line.
Did a better job sealing off the inside there.
Yes, they did, yeah.
I think we might be trapping that a little bit quicker inside there, sealing it off a little easier.
That was 2nd down and 5, and that Clear Lake and Humboldt game, that's a ranked matchup, number 3 versus number 4 in 3
Yeah, that's a big one. I think I heard Humboldt beat Clear Lake twice last year, so obviously there's a little emotion in that one, I'm sure, tonight.
Bixel churns his way, and I mean churns. He had a blocker out in front, and then he just put his pads down and pushed the pile down to the 4-yard line. Eagles knocking on the door with 3 minutes to go here before the McNeese Tire halftime break.
That puts Bixel over 100 yards already on 19 carries, 111 yards on 19 carries, so he's getting a workout here already.
The Eagles will come out, wing to the right with Gomez, and give it to Subject. Subject trying to get outside. Now he tries to cut up, and he's going to be in for the touch.
Yep, he's in.
In for the touchdown from 4 yards. Was it 4 yards out?
Yep, 4 yards.
4-yard touchdown run.
Made that a little harder than he had to. I think he could have just cut her up and easier set up here than on the field.
Yes, sir. With 2:40 to go, West Hancock on the board again. And they'll kick the extra point this time out of the hold of Whitty. Hernandez will attempt it. Here's the snap. It's good. Holds down. Kicks up and good. Right. Oh, no. They say no good. I thought that was right down the middle. Man, I got to go get my eyes checked. As it is.
I thought it was good too. But
West Hancock 20 and the Cougars of AGWSR 0 with 2:40 to play before halftime. This is West Hancock football on B103.
Pritchard Auto Company of Britt proudly supports West Hancock Community Schools. You support us so that we can support them. Here at our Britt location, we have access to over 700 new and used vehicles, so check us out on our website at pritchards.com, give us a call, or stop by our store on Highway 18 so we can help you with all of your vehicle needs. Go Eagles!
Hi, I'm Brent McNeese. McNeese Tire and Automotive in Britt. Big or small jobs, we do it all. Tires, oil changes, and other vehicle maintenance, inspections, brakes, even transmission and engine work. And with 24-hour roadside service calls, count on our McNeese Tire family to be there for your child when it matters most. McNeese Tire, a mile and a half west of Britt on Highway 18. Call 843-3536 or visit us on Facebook.
HR Block of Forest City and Garner is proud to support the West Hancock Eagles sports teams. This year's HR Block 3-Point Challenge raised $615 for the West Hancock Athletic Fund. We'll run it back next year. Good luck to the Eagles in the future from HR Block of Forest City and Garner.
All right, welcome back. Carlos Lopez, kick is taken at the 35-yard line, and that Dennis brings it back to about the 42 or 43-yard line. Nice return. Whoops, I'm sorry.
He was a little slippery there. Had our hands on him by a few guys, and he did a good job eluding us and getting to the outside there.
I apologize for that. I thought I pushed the button, and here I had you muted. So
you can mute me anytime you want.
Not intentionally. 2.5 minutes to go here before the halftime break. 1st and 10 for the Cougars, their own 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them after a nice return on the kickoff. Shotgun formation, and it'll be Holmgren off the left side. He's going to take it up to about the 44-yard line. Carson Bruins over there from his right defensive end position comes in and makes the tackle. The ball's going to be about the length of the football away from the 45-yard line with 2 minutes to go.
They did a good job closing that down. It looked like they might have had a little green grass there and closed down quickly there.
Second down, and we'll call it 8. 2 receivers to the near sideline, Hoosier and Dennis. Flank to the right with Holmgren, and it's going to be home guard, not Holmgren. And he's going to get a yard off the left side. They like that left side.
Yeah, Cruz making some nice plays there. 2 in a row.
So that'll be
Carson Bruins over there as well.
Do we have a timeout by West Hancock here? I didn't see the. We must have. We're going to take a 30-second break. We'll be back in 30 seconds. 1:43 to play. West Hancock football on B103.
Trulson Auto Parts in Britt has been keeping cars running since 1951. Trulson's is your Napa Auto Parts store and Napa Auto Care store in Britt. Call to talk to Dan or Levi about scheduling your car for maintenance today. Farmers, don't forget our farm filter sale going on now. Stock up on Napa Gold filters to keep you running today. Go Eagles!
All right. Welcome back. And apologize for the scoreboard update. We're going to right now.
I'm shirking my duties here.
Yeah, well, we'll forgive you. Just you're a rookie this time. 2 receivers left. Now, put a man in motion, but it's before the play. He's actually going to have trips to the left. Low snap for Dennis, and he fires it out there, complete.
Nice throw.
To number 20, I believe. That's Lane Rose.
Good job by Carson Bruins there getting upfield and keeping him inside. Boy, quarterback just set up and put that on the money.
Yeah, that was a nice throw. He fired it right out there.
First down for the Cougars.
So $1:30 to go here before the halftime break. 1st and 10 for the Cougars in West Hancock territory at the 45-yard line. 2 receivers to the left again. Dennis back to pass, looking. Oh, he's under some pressure, and he's going to get sacked. They're going to have our first Britt Food Center sack of the game. Reagan Johnson in on the tackle. Gross. He's going to feed the people. And the first winner we have tonight is Cindy Kumsher. So Cynthia Kumsher, you are the winner of a sack of groceries from the from the Britt Food Center, not from the First State Bank. My goodness. You want to be a winner, you stop into the Britt Food Center each day between 8 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. during the football season. Sign yourself up for the Sack of the Game contest. If your name is drawn and the Eagles record a quarterback sack like they just did, you could be the winner of a sack of groceries. Compliments of the Britt Food Center. They are locally owned and a proud supporter of West Hancock. And now it's going to be, it looks like they were trying to do another pass play, and maybe it's going to be screened. This one's going to be picked. Oh, should have been picked off. Cohen Whitty had it in his hands, had to beat on it the whole way, just couldn't haul it in. So with 30 ticks to go, it'll bring up 3rd down and about 13 for the Cougars.
Almost looked like they were baiting him to throw it because.
Yeah. And he had a man underneath over here wide open because everybody was focused deep, including Dennis. So Hoosier had slipped out. I believe it was Hoosier. Yeah, Hoosier had slipped out to the sideline here, and he was wide open. Probably would have had 1st down yardage.
Yeah, we'll see what they decide to do here.
two receivers to the near sideline, shotgun formation, home guard to his right, and they're going to give it to home guard straight ahead. He's going to have about a 6-7 yard gain, maybe 5, I don't know. Let's see. They're going to mark it about the 39-yard line. I believe we're going to have a timeout by West Hancock with 25 seconds to go. So it'll be 4th and 9. We'll just keep it here for this one. So 4th and 9, Ackley, or the AGWSR Cougars, probably going to go for it here, take a shot to the end zone, and we've got nothing to lose with 25 seconds to go.
Yeah, you'd think so. Give it a shot, and 4th and 9.
Of course, the Eagles, if they're going to score before halftime, are going to have to do it probably through the air. So probably a good decision, and but you got to take your time out and get the clock stopped. Give yourself a chance. So the Cougars, with 25 ticks to go, need to get the ball 9 yards. They need to get to the Eagle 35-yard line.
Yeah, you'd think they'd maybe try to get the quarterback outside, get in a trips formation, and maybe try to sprint it out. And
they're going to come with 2 to the near sideline, shotgun formation, home guard to the right. Dennis looking, he's under some pressure, fires in the middle, and it's complete, but only to the 40-yard line. Eagles will take over. That was complete up there to number 16, William Hoffmeister.
Nice tackle again by Nathan Bixel. Good to see those good, clean, hard tackles. When ball's caught, that's one thing, but when you can tackle like that for no yardage after the catch, makes a big difference. So let's see if our offense can get something going here in 20 seconds.
He'll come out with 4 wide now with Whitty in a shotgun. He's dropped straight back, looking things over, fires it out there. He's fired to Gomez over the middle, and it's incomplete. Gomez, he just overthrew him. If he'd had underthrown him, Gomez probably would have made the play. But the Cougars were right there, and luckily for the West Hancock, that one falls harmlessly to the ground with 14 seconds to go.
Same formation here in the inside trap here. Maybe not.
They do have subject in the backfield. Oh, no, that's Bixel. And it's Bixel over the 40. He's on the screenplay. He's got room to run. He's into Cougar territory to the 40-yard line with 6 seconds to go before the halftime break.
I don't know. Do we have one more timeout?
I believe we do. I believe they called it just now. So 6 seconds to go. The ball's on the 40. So we'll see what they do here. We'll keep it here for this timeout also. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles. They're on the Cougar 40-yard line. Almost have to be some sort of pass play.
Yeah, I think so.
And probably something vertical.
Yeah, I've been impressed, boy, that AGWSR has been battling. They're making our guys work. They're not giving up big plays. And
yeah, you know, they were way outmatched the first game of the season, and I know Coach Cope was not exactly happy with some of their execution, and they've cleaned up a lot of things tonight.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that tape, and it was quite a few big plays Nashua had last week. So I'm sure their big focus this week for them was to come in here and battle.
As it is, they trail 20-0 here, and Eagles got one more play in them. Out of timeouts now, I believe.
Yeah, I think we got to be out here. So we'll see maybe another screen, I don't know, but they're obviously got their secondary back there, all 4 across on the 20-yard line. So
yeah, they're 15, 20 yards off the line of scrimmage. So it's single trips to the left for West Hancock. Whitty looking under some pressure, rolls out, and he's going to get dropped back at the 45-yard line, and that'll run the clock out. So they're going to mark him down at the 45-yard line. So that would be where we'll end, at the north 45. And we'll see if anybody's on the north 45-yard line. That'd be, hey, we got a winner. His name is Vance Hagen. So Vance Hagen, the north 45-yard line. So we'll take a quick break here and come back. We'll have a recap of the first half and get to the McNeese Tire halftime show. Also have a special guest coming in here at halftime. So once again, this is West Hancock football on B103.
The West Hancock Eagles work hard to succeed. Here at Swenson's Do It Best Hardware in Britt, we work hard to help you succeed. From tools and Valspar paints to plumbing, electrical, housewares, and everything in between. When you need to do it best, come to Swenson's Do It Best Hardware on Main Avenue in Britt.
This is Richard Wubin with B&B Ag Sales. Are you struggling to make your farm budget stretch? Seed, chemical, fungicide, and biologicals priced for peace of mind that you're getting your budget in line for the next growing season. Give me a call today to help you grow your best crop. B&B Ag Sales, 515-578-0237.
Forest City Ford at the corner of Highways 9 and 69 in Forest City wishes good luck to our local athletes. We look forward to seeing you compete. When you need a vehicle, see our current inventory at forestcityford.com. Forest City Ford, where customers really do send their friends.
Hi, I'm Brent McNeese. McNeese Tire and Automotive in Britt. Big or small jobs, we do it all. Tires, oil changes, and other vehicle maintenance, inspections, brakes, even transmission and engine work. And with 24-hour roadside service calls, count on our McNeese Tire family to be there for your child when it matters most. McNeese Tire, a mile and a half west of Britt on Highway 18. Call 843-3536 or visit us on Facebook.
Out Sanger Field and to the McNeese Tire halftime show. Well, McNeese Tire is your go-to for vehicle, semi-truck, and ag tires, parts, and service, as well as custom welding. McNeese Tire is located a mile and a half west of Britt on Highway 18. You're going to want to give them a call at 641-843-3536 or visit them on Facebook or online at McNeeseTire.com. Give you a recap of the first half scoring here as the Cougars of AGWSR were shut out by West Hancock in the first half, but West Hancock gets on the board with 5:28 to go in the first quarter. It was a 5-yard run by Nathan Bixel. West Hancock's drives have been time-consuming and grind them out tonight. Really haven't seen much of a big play from them except for that maybe one pass play. But Nathan Bixel took it in from 5 yards out with 5:28 to go. The extra point kick was no good, and West Hancock led 6-0 at that point. And then with just 38 seconds to go in the first quarter, it was a 7-yard run by Gustavo Gomez. Teague Smith ran the extra point, the 2-point conversion in out of the Wildcat formation and put West Hancock up 14-0. And then in rounding out the first half scoring in the second period with 2:40 to go on the clock, it was a 4-yard run, this time by Jacoby Subject. And again, the kick was looked good from up here, but officials said it was not. So West Hancock leads this one at the halftime break 20-0. We have had one sack winner in the first half. Eagles have recorded one sack, and if you want to be a sack winner, make sure you stop in each Friday between 8 o'clock in the morning and 4:30 in the afternoon during the football season. Sign up for the Britt Food Center sack of the game, and if your name is drawn and the Eagles record a quarterback sack in that night's game, you could be the winner of a sack of groceries, compliments of the Britt Food Center. Britt Food Center is locally owned and a proud supporter of all things West Hancock. And I'm going to just let you go through some first half stats here quick, Kev.
Sounds good here. So far this first half, Nathan Bixel, 20 carries for 118 yards. Gustavo Gomez, 6 carries for 21 yards. Jacoby Subject, 4 carries for 21. Cohen has 2 carries for -2, 3 for 4 passing for 49 yards. Smith has 1 catch for 2 yards. Bixel has 1 catch for 20. Caden Squire has 1 catch for 29 yards for a total of 227 yards of total offense. So continues our streak to a shutout quarters, 8 straight quarters, I think, if you go back to the state title game last year. So a little trivia there.
Very good. Let's take a 60-second break. We come back, we'll run through the scores that we have here, and then we have a special guest coming up here to introduce you to tonight. And we'll be right back here on the McNeese Tire Halftime Show. This is West Hancock Football on B103.
Baukelman Grain Equipment has been in the grain handling business in Britt for over 55 years. Call Paul at 843-3734 today for more information on grain bins and shivers drying equipment. Baukelman Grain Equipment in Britt, the grain drying specialists.
Touchdown, Eagle fans, at the Britt Barn Grill. Score big with our daily lunch specials, hot wings, burgers, roasted chicken, or a juicy steak. Plus, there's always a game on and the best late-night entertainment. See our Facebook page for specials and upcoming comedy or live music events. Don't miss the action today at the Britt Barn Grill, downtown Britt. Go Eagles!
Instep Flooring in Kanawha. Think of plush, luxurious carpets in hundreds of colors and patterns. Consider the handcrafted beauty of exotic and domestic hardwoods. There's also the diverse styles and durability of ceramic and luxury vinyl. Options for all budgets. Choose Instep Flooring in Kanawha.
Hi, I'm Brent McNeese. McNeese Tire and Automotive in Britt. Big or small jobs, we do it all. Tires, oil changes, and other vehicle maintenance, inspections, brakes, even transmission and engine work. And with 24-hour roadside service calls, count on our McNeese Tire family to be there for your child when it matters most. McNeese Tire, a mile and a half west of Britt on Highway 18. Call 843-3536 or visit us on Facebook.
All right, welcome back to the McNeese Tire Halftime Show. A couple of score updates I'll get for you here. They're coming in faster than I can get them out on my piece of paper here. St. Ansgar leading Starmont. I'm not sure what the time frame is on any of these games. I just can give you the score. St. Ansgar leads Starmont 30-0. Osage over GHV 34-0. Humboldt over Clear Lake in that ranked game, number 3 versus number 4. That's 7-6. Humboldt up. Elgona up over Carroll Kemper 14-6. Charles City over Forest City 19-0. Mason City up on Gilbert 13-7. MMCRU Class A game. They play number 10 1A. MMCRU believe 5th in the A poll. They're up 7-0. Woodbury Central leads West Monona 14-0. Madrid over North Mahaska 20-0. And North Lynn over Maquoketa Valley 16-0. I know Maquoketa Valley's quarterback got hurt and was not playing tonight, so they mentioned that on the Radio Iowa scoreboard show or Radio Iowa pregame show tonight. And then West Sioux and Sioux Central tied at 7. Mel just texted me right now with a few more updates. I'll get those for you real quick here as soon as I can get my phone open. Now it's Charles City 19-2. Central Springs leads Lake Mills 30-0. Newman Catholic over Belmont Clemmy 7-6. So we'll get those written down here in just a moment. So we're going to take a quick 60-second break, and then when we come back, we'll be visiting with our special guest tonight, Jason McLaughlin, the new superintendent here at West Hancock High School, will be joining us when we come back after the break. Again, this is West Hancock Football on B103.
Discover Waldorf University in Forest City, where your passion meets opportunity. With a wide range of athletics, fine arts, and over 35 clubs and organizations, whether you're on campus or online, experience the support of a community that feels like home. Learn more at waldorf.edu today.
Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars in Britt, Iowa. Looking for a get-up-and-go have-fun car? Check out Easy Go's new elite models powered by Samsung lithium technology with unbeatable power and performance, unprecedented zero-maintenance batteries, and an 8-year warranty. Check out our new pre-owned and customized options today at Miller & Sons Easy Go Golf Cars, 1/2 mile south of Britt on James Avenue.
Count on First State Bank of Britt and Woden to put your community first. We partner with your clubs, we cheer with you at the games, we make decisions right at home to help keep you financially strong. And with advanced online and mobile options, banking has never been easier. Good luck, Eagles, from First State Bank of Britt and Woden, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, welcome back here to Sanger Field, the McNeese Tire Halftime Show, and joining us now, some of you have probably not met the man yet, but you're going to meet him via the radio tonight, Jason McLaughlin. Welcome aboard, Jason.
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate you having me.
It's great to have you here at West Hancock. Jason is our new superintendent. Just started his duties here on July 1st, and I'm just going to turn over the mic and let him tell us a little bit about himself first, and then we'll just have a conversation.
Well, I'm Jason McLaughlin. I'm the new superintendent here at West Hancock. Loving it. It's been a great place. Everybody's been welcoming, and I've just kind of been listening and learning. And I spent the last 18 years in Central City, Iowa. First 3 as a principal. First 3 as a teacher and a coach, and then the last 15 as an administrator. And before that, I spent 6 years as a teacher in Colorado, in Greeley, Colorado. So kind of had a different journey in a couple different states. And I can tell you, Kevin, I've told this to a lot of people here, I moved away from Denison, Iowa when I was 15 years old, and that's the last time I felt home. And walking into Britt in this last 2 months, I feel like I'm home.
Well,
It's a great feeling.
We're happy to have you. Obviously, family with you because we've got. You want to just give us a quick rundown of the family?
Yep, I've got my wife Allie. She works from home. She's here in Britt, and then my son Cooper is a senior here on the football team. Been learning the ways.
Doing a great job, by the way.
The coaches have just been fantastic, up and down. It could not have been a better experience for him. He's really enjoying it. And then I've got a 7th grader who's learning what I call big boy football. He took a lick today in practice, and Coach Gopel said, "Hey, you might want to talk to him." And he's learning. They hit hard up here in the north.
Sure do. So,
yeah.
Well, it's great to have you. You've fit in well so far in the community, and I know you're trying to get out and see as many people as you wanted to. And that's part of the reason I wanted to have you up here tonight, and just so people can get to know you. What are the challenges? What are the goals that you see for the West Hancock School going throughout this year?
Yep. So one thing that I've seen is some of the strengths that I've seen of this. There's real strong pride, strong community. Teachers do a great job. Our administration's done a great job. Mr. Croneman did a wonderful job with us financially and keeping us financially stable. One thing that I see is I have some experiences that are just a little bit unique. So there's been some things that are going on that some opinions and ideas, things that I've come across, and what I'm really big on distributive leadership and talking to others and communicating. And as you know, as a school board member, I send out a lot of information just to let you know what I'm thinking.
Yep.
And picking people's brains. And one thing that I think I'm going to bring to our community is listening. That's kind of something that's important to me. And so this next year, I'm not necessarily going to say I want to hear this big change, but I do want to listen and do some evaluating of what we have. We have some facility things that we need to cover. I put out a communication earlier last week about a mold issue we have. There's some mold in the building in the high school side. We're having the elementary check too, just to make sure everybody's safe. And we've avoided a certain hallway. On Monday, we have an environmental engineer coming in to give us the report. So Monday afternoon, I'll have a lot more detail and things like that. I think we're going to have to look at our systems and make sure they're up to date. And I know we have geothermal system, and we just need to make sure it's working properly. And I think those are the things that I'll be spending more time is our systems and facilities. The teachers and the administrative team have done a wonderful job. The professional development they have in place. I'll be honest with you, I'm going to be sitting back and watching them work.
Sure.
But everything else, I'll just be evaluating our facilities. And I have some ideas that I'm going to talk with the board about doing some facilities evaluation. We'll be going through that. And as a community, for those of you out there, be looking later in the year. I'm going to be putting together some committees. One thing I'd like to do is evaluate our safety protocols and procedures here in the district. And I would like to bring in community members, parents, community members, people from the building. So I'll be sending that stuff out. I'm guessing probably around the end of first semester, beginning of second semester, so maybe January, February. But I'll send stuff out to the community and ask for people that want to volunteer and sit in. I've been part of stuff like that, and having 15, 20 people in the room looking at our system, bringing in Britt Police, bringing in Hancock County Sheriff.
Sure.
I know we have some state troopers in the area, and just having them look at things and look at our safety, some of the building and things like that, structures.
Very good, very good. I'm going to turn us back to football just for a moment. So what do you think of this game so far? And I asked that, folks, because sometime during this season we're going to have Jason Duduy joining me here doing the color commentary. I'm not sure what the schedule looks like, but he will be a part of the broadcast in the future. So
yeah, I did some broadcasting on what we call the Wildcat Cast back home, and I'm excited to do it with you, Kevin.
Sounds good. I am too. Yeah.
I think we'll have fun. One thing I'll tell you that I was impressed with already is AGWSR's defense. I'm impressed with how much they slowed us down.
Yeah.
I know their offense struggled a little bit, but their defensive front is holding up well against us. One thing about us is I look at us get ready to go here in a minute. I think what we need to do is just keep pounding them, and hopefully in the fourth quarter wear them out.
Sure.
So
You've caught on to that football philosophy at West Hancock already. So he's a
I believe in it.
Well, thank you, Jason, for coming on tonight.
Thank you.
We look forward to talking to you in the future.
Me too. Go Eagles.
All right, there you have it. That was our new superintendent, Jason McLaughlin, and we're going to keep it right here because we are ready to go for the second half kickoff as Kevin comes back on board. And deep for West Hancock are Teague Smith and looks like Gustavo Gomez. And the run up, here's the kick, and it's end over end, tumbles to the far sideline, and Teague is going to run it down there, pick it up, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
It'll be interesting to see what we do here to start the second half. I'm guessing they talked about how to get some of the off-tackle trap and the outside run game going, I would guess. And some of that kind of need to get cleaned up, it seems like, and I'm sure that's going to be an emphasis here in the second half. Obviously, Nate Bixel had a big first half.
That he did. So Nate Bixel, leading rusher, and I can't remember what you told me he had for yardage, but it was right up there.
118, I think it was. I got to refresh my.
While we're on that subject, I'm going to give a shout out to Dan Kroll tonight. He's helping us out with some stats, and we call him that stat guru, and we call him that for a reason. So he's helping us out, keeping us in the know, if you will.
20 carries for 118 they'd had first half. So,
okay, so
a workload there already.
Yes, sir.
Make them kick it again here. Ready for a big special teams play here.
So again, Teague and Gustavo back about their own 20-yard line. Waiting. They'll be returning this right to left on your radio dial, south to north for everyone else.
Might go out of bounds again.
Go out of bounds once again.
Make them kick it again.
And I think they will probably make them kick it again. We got time, and what else would you want to do tonight?
That's right. Now they must be taking it now. Took the tee off the field.
Oh, it's
but they're all walking back.
Yeah, they're all walking back. They're going to make them kick it again. They're going to have to bring the tee back, folks. I want to thank McNeese Tire for their sponsorship of our halftime show. Again, that's McNeese Tire, a mile and a half west of Britt on Highway 18. Go see them for all your vehicle, semi-truck, ag, tires, parts, service, custom welding. They do it all out there at McNeese Tire. That's a mile and a half west of Britt on Highway 18. Give them a call, 641-843-3563. Check them out on Facebook or visit them online at McNeeseTire.com. So Teague and Gustavo started out on their own 15-yard line. Now they're up to the 20, and now they're up to just about the 30-yard line. And kicker's tying his shoe. Maybe that's the problem.
He's tying his shoe.
Shoe was untied.
That does remind me, when we played them in my sophomore year, the wind was so strong, we kicked the ball off from our right hash, and I kicked it in the air, and the ball blew out of bounds in the air. The wind was blowing so hard from west to east. So
now tell them the rest of the story.
And I got an earful when I got off the sideline.
Yeah, we talked about that at lunch today. He said, "Boy, did I get chewed out."
So Vance is sitting right next to me. He kicked the previous ones, and that was my chance to play, and didn't go so well.
I have to ask Vance if he got chewed out also. This one's going to be fielded by tried to field it. Jacoby Subject at about the 38-yard line, and it falls to the ground, and Nate Bixel comes over and covers it up for him. So we are officially underway now in the second half. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles on their own 38-yard line. So Vance, did you get chewed out too in that game? Oh, he says we won 28-0, and I didn't get chewed out.
He kicked it right down the middle. I was the one that kicked it out of bounds, so I was the one that got in trouble.
I figured you were out there because Vance didn't do it right either. Eagles come out now, wink to the left, and they give it to Gomez. Gomez looking for some room, and he gets forward over the 40-yard line to about the 42.
That was cleaned up a little better there. They obviously talked about that at halftime.
Yeah, they're a nice 4-yard gain on first down for West Hancock. So
I'm still trying to get used to all this technology on the sideline. You see Coach Johnson there with the iPad looking at every play, and quite a resource there to have that technology and have his mind working on what the guys are doing up front.
Wing to the right with Gomez, and it's going to be Bixel straight ahead off the left side over the 45 to about the 46. That'll bring up 3rd down and short. We're going to call it 3rd and 2.
Had a convoy on that one. A lot of boys downfield.
Yes, they did. The moon is bright tonight as it rises to our southeast. Full moon.
Full house here.
Full house backfield. Give it to Bixel off the left side. and he boils his way over the 50-yard line to the 47 of the Cougars for a 1st and 10.
Nate's probably going to set his record for carries in a game, I would guess, tonight. I would guess he has not had.
No, probably not.
This many carries in his career thus far, but.
2 receivers out to the right now for West Hancock, and it's going to be
inside
Bixel.
Trap.
Yeah, Bixel straight ahead. He's going to have a good 8 or 9 yards there.
You know, that's one of those plays you block about 3 guys on defense and you got a good play, and you send the tackles downfield, chipping on some linebackers, and it hits so darn quick. There's very few plays anymore in football that hit that quick, and that's certainly one of them.
2nd and 2 for the Eagles. Wing to the right is Gomez. Whitty turns, gives it off to Subject Med in the backfield, trying to get out of it. And I'm surprised they didn't call that dead right away. But they let him take a beating back there, and he's going to lose a yard. 3rd down and 3.
He's got to keep that thing inside and just get what he can get. I know he's fast, but sometimes you got to just settle and keep that thing inside and get what you can get.
Wing to the right again for the Eagles. It'll be Bixel. Bounces off a tackler. Oh, we got flag.
Flag on play.
They're going to stop the play early. It's usually not a good sign because it's going to be on the Eagles. Oh.
I'll start on somebody. I didn't see it. But.
Yeah. That'll back them up 5. So we'll go from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8.
Obviously not in the wheelhouse we want to be, 3rd and 8 with what we do, but good for us to have to be put in this situation.
Really the first time we've seen a
little bootleg here, maybe.
Yeah, a full paw. And going to be pass. Whitty rolling out left. Passes it back. And I don't know if that was tipped at the line of scrimmage or not, but he had Caden Squire out there. And it falls incomplete. It was thrown a little short.
Yeah, it all looked rushed there.
Yeah.
Looks like we're going for it here. Play coming in from the sideline from Coach Eisman here.
Teague and
maybe a little wildcat here.
Cooper will come in. Gomez will take a trip to the sideline.
Or maybe go for 2 here.
Yeah.
Or on 2, I should say.
Whitty back to pass on 4th down. He's got a man wide open. If he doesn't overthrow him, it's Teague Smith. Oh, Teague had to turn, and when he turned, he lost the ball there for a second and couldn't catch it. He was wide open. No receiver within, or no defender within like 5 yards of him, but he just couldn't haul it in.
Yeah,
Great
Cohen
pitch and catch.
Put some air on that thing. Boy, you got a strong arm.
Yes, he does. I said great pitch and catch. It was a great pitch. The catch, not so much. But that's the way the ball bounces, literally on this play. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. They'll take over on their own 44-yard line. 9:26 to go, 3rd period.
They got a little bounce in their step here, so we got to step up here in defense and keep the pressure on.
2 receivers near sideline.
A little motion there.
Yeah, we're going to be a flag on this one. That's just surprised they don't blow it dead. Receiver on the near sideline. Was that the slot man or was that the outside guy?
It was a slot guy, I think.
Yeah, the slot guy was took a step in the wrong direction. They'll back up 5 and do it again.
Ball start against the Cougars.
Excuse me. We'll go to 1st and 15. And they'll be on their 39-yard line.
Ball on their 39.
So he got the big game tomorrow.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Hawkeyes and the Cyclones. I don't know. You know, the Cyclones looked pretty good last week, and they kind of routed USD. And I think the consensus is maybe the Hawkeyes struggle a little bit. But I don't know. If I had to take a pick, usually I go against conventional wisdom recent years in that game, and I'd say the Cyclones are favored, but I think the Hawkeyes are going to win.
The receiver's right, and now they're going to pitch it out here, complete to Hoosier. And that's actually not Hoosier. That's the number 7. Yeah, it is to Hoosier. And he's going to gain back a couple of yards up to the 42-yard line before Bixel drops him. But my thought on that game, we talked about this at lunch. Most improvement comes between week 1 and week 2. And Gronowski has something to prove. I don't know. I think it could be a very close game.
Yeah, you know, he's won 50 college football games for a reason, so I don't think this probably puts him in a really unique situation, and you'd hate to bet against him.
Right, and I think that Hawk defense is every bit as good as it has been. So 2 receivers out left, flip the formation for the Cougars. 2nd down and about 14. Now they put a man in motion across the backfield, and they're going to fire it out there. Yep. And it's complete to number 20. He's got the corner, missed the tackle. He's going to be down close to the 1st down yard. We'll see where they mark it. They're going to mark it short the way it looks like. But that was Lane Rose.
He's a little short.
Rose. Lane Rose was the motion man across the back of the formation, and they spun it out to him.
It's one of the few times they've gotten outside of our leverage on our defense, and one of the things we've done typically a really good job of is not letting teams get outside our contain or outside our force players.
So it'll be 3rd and 1.
Like I said, they got a little bounce in their step here, a little excited. I think they feel like they're hanging in there and doing some good things, which they are. QB's under center here now.
And we haven't seen that probably the 2nd time tonight as they go under center, and they're going to hand it off to home guard. And, man, he has stopped and dropped for a 2-yard loss. 3rd and 1 is going to turn into 4th and 3.
Wow.
I don't know who got it through there, but it was looked like Reagan Johnson and was that –
there's a host of bodies there. I know that. I think Reagan was one, and maybe Bronco was another.
Eric Barranca and Reagan Johnson are the last 2 to come out of the pile. And great job by the defense there. So
I think they would go for it here, I would think.
It looks like they're going to. 4th and 3, 7:39 to play in the 3rd quarter. In AGWSR, giving the Eagles a little hustle tonight.
Little trips look here. They haven't really shown this except with motion. Looks like we got a little pressure coming.
Home guard in the backfield. Rolling out to his left is Dennis. He's looking. There's some pressure, and he gets it off, and it's going to be incomplete, thrown out of bounds. He was under duress, and they'll turn it over to the Eagles. 1st and 10 for West Hancock, their own 49-yard line.
Good job by the defense there. It's a good test for us to be put in kind of an uncomfortable situation and have to come up and make a stop.
And I tell you, the quarterback, Dennis, he has a nice arm.
For a young kid, he's come in and done a nice job.
Their normal quarterback, I believe, is Bo Starr, and not sure what he looks like, but nice job.
A little belly play.
Yeah, Bixel on the carry.
I think that's the first time tonight we've run belly.
He gets a nice run of about 5 yards before he's brought down by William Hoffmeister.
I'm doing a terrible job with numbers tonight.
Yeah, well, don't feel bad. That makes 2 of us. Eagles are come out now. Cooper McLaughlin split out wide left, wing to the left. Back to pass is Whitty. Whitty's got a man, and it's McLaughlin. Did he make the catch? They say no. They say he hit the ground. McLaughlin is a little bit wide of him, and he took a step back and took a dive for it. Almost brought it in. So nice attempt by Cooper, just not quite. So to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Eagles. 6:46 to go, 3rd quarter. And something that I certainly didn't expect to pass there.
Yeah, that was kind of a
same formation. Ozzie Smith replaces Cooper McLaughlin out here on the wide side, and Bixel's got some room to run, and he's down into Cougar territory at about the 22-yard line. Big gain for a 1st down.
You know, you throw in a few of those passes, and it certainly changes the look for the defense when you get a little pass play in there, and it kind of changes the look for the defense, and then you hit them with a run. It's one of our bigger runs of the night, certainly.
So the Eagles are quickly up to the line of scrimmage. This time they're a little bit tighter formation. Wing to the right, and it's Bixel run and dive, and he is down to the 11-yard line. Another great rip.
15-yard run there, 14 yards maybe, down to about the 10, 11.
Yep, ripping it off.
Nate's got to be approaching about 30 carries tonight to see he's coming out now. Who's in fullback? Maybe Gustavo
and Jacoby, and then they moved Teague over to the wing.
Yep.
Gomez with the carry. Looks like he got a cramp situation going on here with Mr. Bixel. I saw him this week, and I said, you know, your brother Brady ran the ball 2 or 3 times last week because I forgot who you were. So my apologies to Nathan.
It's hard to keep these family ties straight sometimes.
It is. And I'm sure Brady likes it. He's still, in my head anyway, he's still gaining yardage for West Hancock. He's moving right up the record book.
A little unbalanced, yeah.
Cooper McLaughlin split out wide left to give it to Gomez up the middle. He's inside the down to. I look like they're going to mark it about the 5-yard line. Is that where?
Yeah, a little inside, maybe 4.5, maybe.
So it'll be third down and about 3.
Had a body head will jump over there at the line of scrimmage.
Gus turned it into a hurdler.
Yep.
So he's actually just inside the 5. Wing to the right. They're going to give it to Gus once again, and he's in for the touchdown from 4 yards out. We'll call it a 4-yard touchdown run. Gustavo Gomez.
Well, the tradition of the 2:45 dive is certainly carried on this evening.
So it's 5:12 to go in the third quarter. West Hancock back on the board here. See, I'm pretty sure they'll probably go for 2 here. No, I am sadly mistaken. It is going to be Lopez Hernandez kicking the extra point. Here's a snap. Hold is down. Kick is up. And
there we go.
And that's much better.
Right down the middle. Good job.
So it's with 5:12 to play in the third quarter. The Eagles lead the Cougars at AGWSR 27-0 here at Sanger Field. This is West Hancock football on B103.
KC Nielsen Limited, your local John Deere implement in Kanawha, Buffalo Center, Titonka, and Algona.
They carry a large selection of new and pre-owned inventory for your farming operation. When it comes to inspecting your John Deere equipment and providing you precision ag support, KC Nielsen has the total package to get the job done right.
Visit kcnielsen.com and follow them on YouTube.
Hi, this is Mike Ewing. For more than 40 years, my family and our staff at Ewing Funeral Home and Monument Company have been caring for your families with personalized services as unique as the lives each of us live. Ewing Funeral Home and Monument Company, serving Britt, Kanawha, Clarion, Belmont, Dow's, and all the surrounding communities for generations and generations to come.
Tap. Go. First Citizens Bank's contactless debit cards make purchases easy. Call us at 800-423-1602 or stop in to see us about getting one today. First Citizens Bank, member FDIC.
All right, welcome back. And we have yet to talk about our play of the game yet, Kev. We're going to have to.
Yeah, it might be. I'm thinking that pass play early in the first quarter there so far.
Don't want to call her too soon, as the Eagles got a few more left in them, we hope. It's taken about the 18-yard line by Homeguard. He takes it up over the 25 to about the 30-yard line. And the Eagles come out of the huddle or the scrum with the football.
Teague Smith was down there quickly, I know that.
Homeguard stayed on the ground. And looks like he maybe got an ankle going on. Something with an ankle maybe. But they say no, they're going to give it ball back to the Cougars, 1st and 10. Have an official's timeout here.
He must be cramping too.
Yeah, we're going to take a 30-second break. We'll come back in 30 seconds here at Sanger Field.
NIAC is proud to support North Iowa athletes. Sports inspire teamwork, discipline, and dedication. Qualities that last a lifetime. At NIAC, they help students build on those strengths. High school students can earn college credit now for free. Get a head start on your future at NIAC.edu. NIAC, future found.
Hancock County Health System physical therapy programs are here for you. For high school athletes to retirees, HCHS will guide you in minimizing your pain and maximizing your mobility. Hancock County Health System, your health, our care, a lasting partnership.
So your first broadcast here tonight. You cramping up? You okay?
Not yet. I'm pretty good.
Okay, good. I just checking to make sure, don't have to stretch you out.
Got to stay hydrated, I guess.
So we are still working on young Mr. Homeguard's cramp.
Last week it might have been a struggle. It sounds like it was kind of warm up here.
It was warm up here last week. Big difference this week is, I walked out, or was going to walk in, and I'm like, wow, the wind's blowing and it's chilly, and I had to put a coat on. Once you got in the press box, not so much, but it's comfortable.
Never know what we're going to get.
You do. You don't, I guess. 5:06 to go here in the third quarter. Eagles don't know what they're going to get here from the Cougars as they come to the line of scrimmage with two receivers split out to the left. Shotgun formation. Dennis. Full snap, fakes it, keeps it himself, and he's going to get stuffed. Ball's
that was
out.
a fumble.
Ball's out. West Hancock's on this one, I think.
Yeah, we should be
Yeah,
on.
West Hancock's got the ball. They avenged the earlier turnover, and they'll take over at the 24-yard line. Short field with 5 minutes exactly to go here in the third quarter.
I'm not sure who got on that, but
yeah, I couldn't tell for sure either. We'll holler down there and have them raise their hand if they recovered the fumble. Now, they're all giving Eric Baranka congratulations. So either caused the fumble or recovered.
Well, he was in there quick. I know that.
Eagles come out now, wing to the left. Woody under center, pitches it over here to Teague Smith. Teague running and is met after just a short gain of about a yard or two.
And we're going to get that block picked up there to get that perimeter.
Home guard back in the game. That's good to see that. And it was number 4, Brady Abbas. He's been
nice tackle.
Yeah, he's been really active tonight on defense. We've called his name quite a few times. He's a junior, 5'6", 135 pounds, but boy, he plays a lot bigger than that.
Yeah, they've been battling, I'll tell you that. Hats off to them.
Wing to the right now with Teague Smith. They're going to give it. Oh, back to pass.
Oh, gosh.
Play action. Man open. It's Ozzie Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, West Hancock from 21 yards out.
Nice play. Boy, he could have taken his pick on that one.
21 yards, Woody to Ozzie Smith for the touchdown.
Nice ball by Cohen there.
4:20 to play. And Cohen, almost called him Cody. Dad's not out there. Probably wants to be.
You know, like I mentioned earlier, it's always interesting how teams play us, whether they're blitzing a lot or just crowding the line of scrimmage, and you get used to that run, and those receivers kind of sneak by you.
Extra point by Hernandez. Lopez Hernandez is good, and it's 34-0. West Hancock leads this one. 4:20 to play. This is West Hancock football on B103.
Britt Food Center. Experience all the benefits of a family-owned local grocery store like prime quality meats, fresh produce, deli and bakery items. Download the Bright Aisle mobile app for digital coupons, recipes, email offers, and smart zone alerts to save even more. Or visit us online at BrittFoodCenter.com.
Score big with fast fiber from COM1. Get up to 1 gig plus local support 24/7 so you can keep streaming your Eagles. COM1, the local one serving Hancock, Wright, and Humboldt County neighborhoods with the most reliable internet, telephone, and digital HD TV. Click com1net.net today.
All right, welcome back. And as we come back, we're ready to kick off. Christian Alonzo Lopez kicks it high, end over end, and it's handled by one of the Ackley upmen.
Nice tackle.
And he doesn't get very much after it was number 9. That's Tristan Dennis. And he just tackled almost immediately. And they announced on the PA that pizza's 2 for $5 right now. So if you're listening out there, you're close by and you need some pizza, head on over to the concession stand and
that's a deal.
Yeah. So,
wonder if they deliver.
I doubt that. I don't think they're going to deliver. She looked pretty exhausted getting up here to tell us that. So, but anyway, pizza's 2 for $5 at the concession stand if you want to slip into the game and get some.
A little exotic formation here.
And a single receiver to the left, and it's going to be a direct snap to home guard. And he's going to take it up over the 30 to about the 31, a gain of about 3-4 yards.
Student body left on that one.
Mm-hmm. It's the old Packer formation. I don't know. I never saw that. That was way before my time. But
we're going to have a cramp here.
Yeah, got somebody cramping up. So we'll take the timeout with them with 4 minutes to play here. Well, actually, let's hold on for a second. Let's run through the scores. Have we got any updates on those scores?
Looks like we got Newman over Belmont 7-6, Central Springs 30-0 over Lake Mills, St. Ansgar 44-3 over Starmont, Osage 41-0 over Garner Hayfield Ventura, Humboldt 7-6 still over Clear Lake, Algona 21-17 over Algona 21-17 over Carroll Kemper. That's a big one tonight. I think Kemper's number 1 rated, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Charles City 19-9 over Forest City. Gilbert 21-19 over Mesa City. MMRCU 7-0 over Hinton. Woodbury Central 14-0 over West Monona. Madrid big over North Mahaska, 27-0. North Lynn 16-0 over Makokata Valley, and then West Sioux 23-14 over Sioux Center.
Thank you, sir, for that update. That Clear Lake Humboldt game, we talked about that. That's a 3 versus 4 in 3A.
That's a big one, yeah.
Yeah, Radio Iowa football poll. The number one teams in the Radio Iowa poll in 5A, it's West Des Moines. Big winner last week over Dowling. 4A is Cedar Rapids Xavier. 3A is Bishop Heelan. And we'll get you the rest here in a moment. Second down and about 6 for the Cougars.
Same formation here.
Different running back, though. We'll see who that was. I didn't catch the number. It looks like number 32. He's going to have a nice gain off the left side. And,
bringing in some fresh bodies there in the D-line.
Yeah, Clay Boostman is a freshman carrying the ball there. So Eagles continue to rotate. We've got Michael Gredlet.
First down.
Nice to see that depth up front to be able to rotate those guys through, because that's tough work up there.
Yeah, it is. Michael Gredlet, Reagan Johnson, Trinity Cruz, and who's that? Oh,
Bronca,
Erica
I believe.
Bronca.
Might be going to a 5-man front here.
Looks like it, because you got, is that Gus up front?
Yeah, he's the D end, and then we got Cruz at nose, Bronca at tackle, Johnson at tackle, and then Gretlet here on this side. So get a little more beef up front.
And another unusual formation for the Cougars, and it's going to be a keeper again by the Wildcat.
Nice tackle.
And that's a nice tackle. Who was that over there?
Number 10, Caden
Squire.
Nice tackle.
Yeah, he's tackle for a loss.
Yeah, ran it against the strength of the formation, tried to trick us, I guess, but good job of staying home there.
Rest of those number one teams, as you mentioned, Kemper, number one in 2A. 1A, of course, Grundy Center. Class A is West Hancock. And the 1A 8-man team, Bishop Garrigan, just down the road a piece. They're playing at Bryceville tonight. So those are your number one ranked teams according to the Radio Iowa football poll. We have 2:44 to play here in the third quarter. Trips to the right now, back to that shotgun formation, and the flank to the left, or excuse me, the right. Going to fire it back out here, in and out of the hands of intended receivers. Intended out there, number 20. That's Lane.
Really nice job by Michael Gretlet there, getting in the face of that quarterback. Boy, he came off like a rocket.
Interesting. I didn't see who he was lined up against. It looks like he's playing D end on this side. That number 62 for the Cougars, Van Lowe, he is a big boy up front.
Yes, he is.
Looks like a football player when he puts on some pads.
Looks like we're in our 2-deep shell here, expecting a pass. Back to their traditional 2-by-2 formation here.
Zoom into the near side.
Oop, got a little blitz coming. Nice job. Get him wrapped up.
Didn't get him wrapped up. Completed it out here to number 6. He's going to get first down. Well, he's real close to first down yardage, but boy, was he brought down hard at the end. But it's going to be real close.
Yeah, I think he's going to have it.
Yeah, I think they'll give it.
It's a frustrating play there.
Yeah, because they had him dead to rights in the backfield, and couldn't they get him wrapped up. So 2:22 to play. Cougars.
Again, Michael Gretlet was there right away. Boy, he came off the ball well.
Yeah.
Got to get him wrapped up.
Cougars stay alive with just over 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And they'll break the huddle. 1st and 10. They'll send 2 receivers to the right. Shotgun formation. Running back to the quarterback's left. Now, excuse me, those receivers are to the left. And we got flags before the snap. What we got going on here? I'm going to assume it's a procedure. Oh, it's a delay of the game. I didn't even look at the clock.
I did not see that at all.
Good thing we weren't coaching. We'd have had one for sure. So, $1:55 to go, third quarter. Get ready for our last yard line winner here in just a few minutes of the evening. So again, 2 receivers to the left of the quarterback. Makes a handoff, fires it out there. It's incomplete.
Oh boy!
Everybody had a chance at that. Cooper McLaughlin tipped it. The receiver still had a chance at it. It was intended out there for number 7. That's Carl Hooger.
Little wheel route there.
Yeah, and if Hooger would have caught that tip, I mean, there was nothing but green in front of him because the defenders were all making a play on the football. So they bring up 2nd and long, 2nd and about 15. for the Cougars. 1:43 to play.
You know, they can't have many yards tonight. Defense has done a pretty good job of haven't had any big plays, obviously, and going to keep guys running to the ball. And a little five-man pressure here.
Here comes Teague, and the quarterback's hit. It's picked off by Cooper McLaughlin. He's got some room to run, and he's fighting his way in and out of a tackle. Oh, they're going to call him down.
Never did get tackled.
No, he never did get tackled, but they're going to stop him at the 40-yard line. Good job by Cooper reading that well and just stepping up.
Great pressure there by Teague Smith. Makes a big difference for rush 4 most of the game, and they start bringing that fifth defender, and they're not ready for it and get in the face of the quarterback pretty quick.
So the Eagles will take over after the turnover. Second one of the night. They have the ball on the Cougar 41-yard line with 1 minute and 32 seconds to go here in the third quarter. They're up to the line of scrimmage quickly. The referee hasn't even put the ball into play yet. Here we go. Back to pass. Cohen Whitty. He's got a man, and we're going to give it right back to him at the 20-yard line.
He had somebody in his face right away, too.
Yeah. So Tristan Dennett, we're just going to exchange interceptions here. And Cohen, I don't know, I'm not sure who he was intending that for. He was a little short. Looked like he just didn't have his feet set.
Yeah, I think he got his feet set and let her rip. We had guys open.
So no harm done here. We backed him up 10 yards, and we'll give him the only loss for the Eagles is that they have a new set of downs, but there's some confusion about who should be out there. We're going to run.
Gavin Wonder is coming off.
Gavin Wonder, yeah, coming off in a hurry. Must have been too many people out there.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, you're right. The snap was dropped by Dennis. And now he's cramping up.
Oh, gosh.
So
they had that unbalanced look again with all the student body left again, it looked like.
They did. So we got a cramp on the field once again. We're going to take a 30-second break. Once again, West Hancock leading this one 34-0 over the Cougars of AGWSR.
Michael Foods of Britt is hiring for various positions of all shifts. Great compensation package, on-the-job training, and career growth opportunities. We are first in food because we are first in people. Apply online today at michaelfoods.com.
Hi, I'm Dave Zrosly, president of Stellar Industries. Stellar reflects the values of small-town living: honesty, integrity, kindness, and caring. Employee-owned with locations in Garner and Kanawha, Stellar is a proud supporter of the GHV Cardinals and West Hancock Eagles. Log on to stellarindustries.com to learn more about Stellar and how you can become part of our family.
All right, welcome back to West Sanger Field here. Third quarter, 1:07 to play. Back to pass.
Nice catch.
And it's short gain. Gains back about the penalty or the loss and maybe a yard. And that was out there, I believe. Was that Hoffmeister? Oh, Boozman. Okay.
Ozzie Smith on the tackle there.
So it's 3rd and 8. 44 ticks to go.
Kind of caught that one off her shoelaces.
We will have your First State Bank play of the game here shortly, we think. We might settle on one. 28 seconds to go. Two receivers to the right, and they're going to hand it off straight ahead.
Good job there by the interior of the defensive line.
Yeah, I think that was Boosman once again for the Cougars with the carry, and then bring up 4th and about 5. Be interesting to see they're deep in their own territory here. Will they punt or will they just...
I think they got to punt it here. But you never know. End of the quarter.
And the ball is on the 25-yard line, the north 25-yard line. And that is a Jess Lear. I'll double check that. Yep, Jess Lear, north 25. So congratulations to you. And with that, we will head to the fourth quarter here at Sanger Field.
The Titanium Lunchbox mobile food truck thanks you for your support, and we look forward to catering all your special events this year. Weddings, prom, graduation, reunions, or even a business luncheon. Choose anything off the Titanium Lunchbox menu or customize your own menu with casual or formal cuisine, even appetizers and desserts. Call us at 641-512-1187 today to book your event. The Titanium Lunchbox in Britt. What's in your lunchbox?
All right, welcome back here at Sanger Field. Fourth and final frame. West Hancock leading 34-0 over the Cougars of AGWSR. And seeing a little bit of cramping going on out there in the field tonight. Stoppage of play for that. And we really wouldn't have expected that with as cool as it is, but
doesn't seem like it's overly hot and humid for that to happen, but early in the year, I guess you never know.
Yeah. So
looks like they are going to punt here.
Cougars will punt the ball. At least I believe that's Dennis back there to punt.
I'd love to see us run this thing back. Ooh, there we go.
Almost got it, and
there we
go.
go.
Be taken by Teague at the 45-yard line. He gets it just over the midfield stripe before he's brought down at the 49. And yeah, they probably should have run up and caught that one in the air instead of letting it bounce.
Yeah, give him a little quicker step there, I guess.
But hey, what do I know?
It's tough to do.
Actually going to mark it. Oh, hey, we had a procedure penalty. We're going to do it again. I did not see that flag over there.
Yeah, I didn't either.
It's on the far sideline.
Get a do-over.
On the line of scrimmage, so procedure penalty. Someone not lined up where they should have been, so they'll back them up 5 and do it again. And Teague and Bixel, Teague Smith and Nathan Bixel, not Brady, I almost said it. I caught myself. They're going to move up 5 yards with it and stand at midfield. Punt will get off about the 10-yard line. High, shanked to the.
It's going to roll backwards.
Yep, and it is. And great field position for West Hancock.
What a 6-yard punt.
And it's going to be the Eagles' ball. See where they mark this thing. 28-yard line.
Looks like we got some young kids coming in the game here.
Looks like we're going to have a change of quarterback. Ty Harms will come in at quarterback. We'll try to get as many of them listed for you as we can. You see Preston Gaken in there. Looks like we're going to keep some of the offensive linemen are going to be the same.
Yeah, Trinity Cruz is still in there.
Gage Tyndall. Wing to the right. Give this to Gaken. Straight ahead. Nice gain on first down. He'll be down to about the 22-yard line. So Preston Gaken with the carry for West Hancock. Try to get a few more of these. Eli Martian. Hey, Owen. He's not paying attention to him. Eli Martian in the game for West Hancock. Cameron Fox coming off the field.
Good to see these young guys get a chance to get in there and mix it up. Ooh.
And not going anywhere is Preston Gaken once again. So it'll bring up third down and about 6 for the Eagles. 10:22 to go. Cameron Fox bringing the play in. He's rotating in and out with Jerry Carsons. Wing to the right. Gage Swaller, and that's straight ahead. It's Gaken.
4th and about 3, it looks like.
And he'll take it to the 21, and then, as you said, 4th down and 3 for West Hancock. Just under 10 minutes to go. Pretty sure you'll probably see him go for it here. Gary Carsons runs it in. I think we got Carlos Lopez Hernandez in there in the backfield. Again, Ty Harms is your quarterback. Brody Johnson's in there in the offensive line.
A little counter. Oh, boy.
And the ball's on the ground. And just quarterback got his legs tangled up. I think one of the defenders come through there and grabbed his leg.
A lot of penetration everywhere there.
Yeah, just couldn't, nowhere to go. So they'll turn it over on downs. 9:21 to play. Unlike last week when that team come in, they are unable to do something against the Cougars tonight. Cougars will start 1st and 10, 9:21 to play. They're on their own 28-yard line. They'll break the huddle. 2 receivers to the far side. Wing to the left. And
A little counter play.
Yeah, a little counter with number 32. I think that is Rose, if I'm not mistaken. We'll double check that. Oh, Clay Boozman.
Good job by Carson Bruns there, staying in there, and first one on the tackle there.
Mixing in a few of the younger ones with the older ones here in the offensive line, or defensive line now, as we got Gage Tyndall in there. Cameron Fox comes in and replaces Jacoby Subject in the defensive backfield. Good to see those young guys work with some of the older guys also.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got Brody Johnson in a D end on this side. Back to pass. Complete, and he slips down. It's completed to Carl Hooger. But they actually lost about 3 yards on that play. So they'll bring up third down and about 13.
Got mostly all young guys in there now, it looks like.
Yeah,
see what they try to do here.
Eli Martian in in the linebacker position. Back to pass under some pressure. Oh, almost got him as he runs out of that, and there's still nice tackle. Still going to bring him down behind the line of scrimmage. So technically, is that a sack?
It's a good question. I don't know.
I think it probably qualifies.
I would think by the statistics it is a sack.
Yes, and I think, what the heck? We're going to give away some groceries. We're going to give Karen Squire a sack of groceries, compliments of the Brute Fit Center. So another sack recorded by West Hancock as they feed the people tonight. Cougars are back to punt. 7:16 to play.
Cohen back deep. I think it's Cohen back deep, I think. Hard to tell.
That takes a big Cougar bounce, and Cohen will run away from it.
Ended up being a pretty good punt.
Yeah. Got a good roll out on it.
35 to the 35.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles, and they'll bring the young guys back in. Jordan Carlson in there now. And let's see who else we got. I'm just trying to catch all these numbers. Wyatt Finch out in the field.
See if we can string together a first down here.
Running the play in with the tackle the way it looks.
Yeah, I think he might have been.
Either that or he was just way late getting out there. One of the two. Is their wing to the right now. Arms goes under center, and he's going to hand it off. And he's running back. I think it was Lopez, was it?
Slipped, and they got a little penetration there, yeah.
Yeah,
22.
Hernandez. And he slipped a little bit, and he's a little bit gimpy. I don't know if he's cramping or if he's coming off, and they're going to bring in Brody Dixon. And Jerry Carsons will bring the play in. Cameron Fox will come out. 6.5 minutes to go here. Eagles will wing to the left. Harms will take it and hand it off. It'll be Gaken up over the 35 to about the 37-yard line. They bring up third down and about 9.
Yeah, nice little hole there.
Yeah, he did. Gain back that lost yardage plus. So it'll be 3rd and 9 for the Eagles. 6 minutes to go in the game here. They lead 34-0. Try to get you a couple of score updates here. I know Vance have been working on scores all over there, so we'll work those in as we go.
Looks like Newman's still up on Belmont 7-6. Central Springs 30-0 over Lake Mills.
It's going to be
a bootleg
with Ty Harms, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. They'll bring up 4th and 8.
St. Ansgar 44-3 over Starmont. Osage 41-0 over Garner Hayfield Ventura. Humboldt still over Clear Lake 7-6. Carroll Kemper 24-21 over Algona. Charles City 19-9 over Forest City. Mason City down to Gilbert 21-19.
Gilbert came back. Mason was up in that one.
West Sioux 23-14 yet over Sioux Central. North Lynn 16-0 over Maquoketa Valley. Madrid 27-0 over North Mahaska. Woodbury Central up 14-0 over West Monona.
There's a
Those
snap.
are what we got now.
And punt is off. Beautiful punt by Cone Whitty. Taken at about the 26-yard line by Dennis, and he's going to take it up to about the 40.
Nice hustle by Gomez there.
Yeah. Gomez in, running downfield, getting the tackle. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars, 4:48 to play. They're on their own 41-yard line. Let's see if we can get an updated score in that Belmont game. Well, if you're listening back at the station, see if you can work your magic and find out what's going on with that one. 2 receivers to the near sideline. Low snap. Firing it out here. Incomplete. And
had a little room on that one, I think.
Yeah. Just threw it a little bit behind his receiver. He had to turn and reach back to get it, and couldn't do it. It was intended for 32. That's Clay Boostman. Clay has been in the backfield a lot, rotating with home guard.
I'm trying my score stream app here to look at some scores and not finding anything.
We got trips to the right. And Boostman in the backfield to the right of Dennis. Dennis fires out there low and incomplete. Hit him in the hands and bounced off. A really short distance, and he fired that one out there with a little bit of gusto. And
couldn't quite handle it.
No.
Kind of got the edge on us there. Didn't keep it contained there. And good experience for these young guys.
Threw that a little bit harder than what I think his receiver was anticipating. So it's 3rd and 10 with 4:39 to go. Eagles will anticipate pass once again. 2 receivers to the near side for the Cougars. Flip that formation. Back to pass. Dennis being flushed. Fires over the middle. Incomplete. Intended out there for number 6. That is Trace Eiton. And, man, he really can throw the ball.
Yeah, he stepped into that one and let it rip. Looks like they're punting here. Be nice for us to be able to run out the clock here.
It doesn't look like we're going to send anybody too deep, so they're just going to let this punt go like they don't trust that they're going to punt it. And the kick is off. High end over end. And get away from it, get away from it. It's going to be down at the 27-yard line with 4:22. This fourth quarter dragging on. Seems like forever. And these two just exchanging 3 and outs.
The progress has slowed a little bit.
As Eagles will go next week, continue in district play and move over and play Newman at Mason City Newman Catholic. We'll have that game for you right here on KIOW streaming live, I believe, and then we'll be on the radio at 103.1. So it'll be wing to the right for Arms and Company. Actually have Purvis in at quarterback now. They'll run to the left.
Different fullback in too, number 7.
That is going to be
Kipton Youngworth, right?
Kipton was really played well in the end of the last week's game. A good hard runner.
I think he had about 50 yards rushing last week, didn't he?
He did on about 7 carries. I mean, he was putting the shoulder pads down and going. Got Bodie Zadow in the game now for West Hancock. We'll hand it off to Youngworth again off the left side. He doesn't have a whole lot of room to run. They'll give him maybe a yard. Going to bring up 3rd and 5. 3.5 minutes to go here. And as you said, it'd be nice to see the Eagles get a first down. Maybe take at least run the clock down to as far as they can. Riker Hogland in the game right now. And Cameron Purvis moved into the quarterback position. He'll turn, hand it off. It's just going to be Hernandez. He got first down yardage up to the 40.
Nice work. That was one of the cleaner outside traps we've run all night.
And that actually, I'm going to correct myself, that was Christian Alonso Lopez with the carry, I believe. It was number 26, correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Running the play in now is Easton Johnston. Or Johnson, not Johnston. Got an extra T in there. Apologize for that. Purvis will look things over, wing to the left, and they'll give it to number 20. That is
Got him by the shirt, Tails.
And Johnson's going down tough. They're going to give him some good progress up to the 44-yard line.
Might need a new T-shirt after that one.
Too bad that wasn't a tearaway. He could have just taken off, man.
On the tackle for the Cougars is number 8.
So now we got Wyatt Finch coming out, Bodie Zato back in, and we got all kinds of substitutions here. We'll try to get a Gage Tyndall coming off.
Well, we should be able to run this under a minute here, so there's not going to be much time left.
Gonna have to hurry. We're under 10 on the play clock with 2 minutes to go. Wing to the left.
We got a illegal formation.
Yep, and the flag is down, and I'm not even going to go through the effort of calling that. It was a nice run by Youngworth, but it's going to come back. So got too many guys moving around up there too. So we'll back them up 5 and try it again. Back to the 39-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 11. 1:53 when they start winding the clock again. And we'll set the ball for play. Wing to the left. And a nice run by number 0. That's Levi Munson. And then we got a late flag come in there. See what that was all about. That come right out on the defensive side of the scrum. This one could be adding some onto the run. We'll see. The officials are talking it over. Maybe they're going to mark it off against West Hancock, and they will. Be a 15-yarder. That's not what the Eagles wanted to have go. It's been a very clean game until now.
15-yard penalty.
This drive or series of downs is.
Not sure if that was a late hit or what that was.
22.
Almost had to be something that was said out there because everybody was standing up at the time, but. Wing to the right now. Purvis goes under center. And he'll hand it off, and backwards going the wrong way is, who was that? That Youngworth?
It's number 6.
Number 6, that is Alex Calles.
Calles with the carry for the Eagles.
So they'll bring the punt team back on. It's 4th down and Woden.
4th down.
Or Kanawha, actually. We're moving the wrong way. We're punting from Woden. Minute and 13. Yeah, 1:13 to go and counting. So wouldn't be surprised if we just take a penalty here and back them up 5 more, but got really nothing to lose. Snap is
nice
good.
Snap.
Yeah, nice punt. It's going to right over Dennis. Dennis takes it at his 41-yard line, 46-yard line. He's got some room to run. He could put one in the.
Gosh.
He could house this. Nope, he's going to get brought down.
They got a flag here too, I think.
Yep, I believe so.
I think they've got a late flag there. I think it was on the block in the back right there. I don't know if it was on.
Yeah, this one's going to come way back. That'll be
the biggest play of the night for them right there.
Mm-hmm. But all for naught as they will mark it off back from the 44-yard line.
Against the Cougars.
40 seconds to go here, so we're down to our last couple plays of the night. Our First State Bank play of the game. I know what you're thinking. So
I'm thinking that first pass play from Cohen to Caden Squires. That was a nice play. Set up our first score, I think that was.
We're going to go with that. So your First State Bank play of the game. It was I don't remember how many yards it was. It was
29.
29 yards pass from Cohen Whitty to Caden Squire. He caught it in stride for 20 and went 29 yards with it. That's your First State Bank play of the game.
A little discombobulated here.
Yeah, low snap. He picks it up and gets it out. And he's into West Hancock territory down to about the 27-yard line after that pass completion. And 29 seconds to go in the game, and he does get out of bounds, stops the clock. So AGWSR are looking to still get themselves on the board and get that goose egg off the board.
I'm not sure we had 11 guys in the field last play.
I was wondering that myself. I saw some extra bodies running out there right now. Two receivers to the right, drops the snap, and under pressure is the quarterback, Dennis. Actually, is that Dennis?
Number 10, I think.
Number 10 out there. That's Lane Olson.
Number 10, Lane Olson.
So he'll run it forward for about a 4-yard gain, and there's 14 ticks to go now here in the game. And the Cougars trying to get.
They might struggle to get a playoff here, but let's not give them anything cheap here. They got an illegal.
It's intercepted.
Oh! that almost became a violent collision there.
Yes, and I'm corrected. It's not the First State Bank play of the game. That was a couple years ago. It's the H&R Block. Or H&R Block play of the game. H&R Block is your go-to for all things tax and accounting. They're in Forest City, Garner, and Algona. You can give them a call at 641-585-3751 in Forest City or in Garner at 923-3169. That's your H&R Block play of the game. The 29-yard pass from Cohen Whitty to Caden Squire. And I'm going to thank Mel for correcting me on that. That was faux pas on my part. So we're going to take a quick break. We come back. We will have your final wrap-up here. Final score from Sanger Field. West Hancock 34, AGWSR Cougars 0. This is West Hancock football on B103.
It's showtime at the Britt Bar and Grill. Open mic night is the second Tuesday of every month at 8 o'clock, and trivia nights are the third Thursday of every month. See our Facebook page for other upcoming events or to book a party at Main Avenue Event Center. Call 641-843-4275. Go Eagles!
Go Eagles from the Britt Chamber of Commerce and our members including Hancock County Economic Development, Jay Hiscox, State Farm, KIOW, Liberty School Museum, New Cooperative, New Horizon, and Roger Jacobson. We appreciate your support. See the Britt Chamber of Commerce Facebook page for info and events.
Richard Auto Company of Britt proudly supports West Hancock Community Schools. You support us so that we can support them. Here at our Britt location, we have access to over 700 new and used vehicles, so check us out on our website at pritchards.com, give us a call, or stop by our store on Highway 18 so we can help you with all of your vehicle needs. Go Eagles!
Hi, I'm Brent McNeese. McNeese Tire and Automotive in Britt. Big or small jobs, we do it all. Tires, oil changes, and other vehicle maintenance, inspections, brakes, even transmission and engine work. And with 24-hour roadside service calls, count on our McNeese Tire family to be there for your child when it matters most. McNeese Tire, a mile and a half west of Britt on Highway 18. Call 843-3536 or visit us on Facebook.
HR Block of Forest City and Garner is proud to support the West Hancock Eagles sports teams. This year's HR Block 3-Point Challenge raised $615 for the West Hancock Athletic Fund. We'll run it back next year. Good luck to the Eagles in the future from HR Block of Forest City and Garner.
It's showtime at the Britt Bar and Grill. Open mic night is the second Tuesday of every month at 8 o'clock, and trivia nights are the third Thursday of every month. See our Facebook page for other upcoming events or to book a party at Main Avenue Event Center. Call 641-843-4275. Go Eagles!
All right, welcome back, everybody. REO Speedwagon bringing us home here on the Britt Bar and Grill post-game scoreboard show. Eric and Stacy and the crew at Britt Bar and Grill support West Hancock. Gather with your friends and rehash your favorite plays after the game. Like them on Facebook and check out their daily lunch specials and upcoming events at the Main Avenue Event Center. To book your party at the Main Avenue Event Center, give them a call at 641-843-4275. So Eagles open up district play with a victory tonight over AGWSR Cougars. We'll recap the second half scoring here for you. At halftime, it was 20-0 West Hancock leading, and Eagles come out 5:12 to go in the third period. It was a 4-yard Gustavo Gomez run. Lopez Hernandez kicks the extra point, putting West Hancock up 27-0. And then rounding out the scoring, it was a scoreless fourth quarter as West Hancock substituted freely. And Cougars, the second unit, able to keep the Cougars out of the end zone. But West Hancock does score another time with 4:20 to go in the third quarter. It was a 21-yard pass from Cohen Whitty to Ozzie Smith for a touchdown. Again, the extra point was kicked by Lopez Hernandez, and West Hancock goes up 34-0, which is your final score there. I'm going to let Kevin give us up to date on the stats. Unofficial stats.
Unofficially here, it looks like we had, I'm going to find my notes here, 50 rushes for 243 yards, passing 4 of 9 for 79 yards, total offense of 322. Oh, no, excuse me. Total rushing 57 for 272, passing 4 of 9 for 74 for a total of 346 yards. So, very workmanlike performance, I would say. Nathan Bixel was certainly the workhorse tonight with 27 carries for 181 yards. So, good to have some young kids get some experience there and get in the game late and kept everybody healthy.
Yes.
Certainly think some things to learn from, but, you know, our first-string defense didn't really give up many yards. Had some tests there with when we turned the ball over and had to step in and make some plays. But overall, certainly things to keep working on and getting better. And
well, and I'll tell you, you think about this. I'm going to give a little tip of the hat to the Cougars because they come into tonight's game here at West Hancock, facing the #1 team, and they didn't back down. You know, when you look at what they did the first week, and I know Coach Cope was concerned about their lack of execution and some things on that first week, and they come in the second half first half of this game, and they really did give West Hancock all they wanted.
You know, they really battled, you know, and I would think coming after last week, they got to be, you know, somewhat pleased with how their guys performed, and they competed, and, you know, they didn't really give up any big plays, which sometimes can be we've had a trademark of, you know, having some big plays on offense with a lot of guys that we have that can run and get in the open field, but they kept us contained pretty well and made us work, and hats off to them. And
yeah, and, it was a good test for West Hancock. Next week they move over and continue in district play at Mason City Newman Catholic, and that'll be brought to you live right here again on B103 and on streaming live at KIOW.com. Had a couple of sacks of groceries given away tonight by the Eagles. Cindy Comfort, Karen Squire are being fed by West Hancock defense tonight as they recorded 2 sacks. And if you want to be a winner of a sack of groceries, get into the Britt Food Center every Friday between 8 and 4:30 during the football season. Sign up for the Britt Food Center sack of the game. If your name is drawn and the Eagles recorded a quarterback sack in that night's game, you could be the winner of a sack of groceries. Compliments of the Britt Food Center. Britt Food Center is locally owned and a proud supporter of all things West Hancock. And our play of the game, our H&R Block play of the game, again, was that first pass of the night for West Hancock. Kind of caught us all by surprise, including the defense. Cohen Whitty to Caden Squire. Cohen also threw a touchdown pass, his second one of the season. This one, a 21-yarder from to Ozzie Smith, wide open in the end zone. So good job by the Eagles tonight in the air. That's probably the most passes I've seen us throw in a long time. that didn't happen in the Unidome.
Yeah, we did air it out a little bit. What did I say, 4 for 9? Yeah, 4 for 9 for 74 yards.
Yeah, so a couple of score updates that I have texted to me just now. Belmont Clemmy leads in the fourth, 20-14. Forest City trails in the fourth, 19-15 to Charles City. That Belmont Clemmy game. Who are they playing yet? Is that Newman?
I'm not sure. I just saw that too.
Yes, and then we have no report on the Garner Hayfield Osage game. I know Osage was up big in that one earlier.
Yeah, it was 41-0 at one point. Then Newman and Belmont are playing. Yeah.
Yeah. So that runs 20-14 in favor of Belmont now. That's in the fourth quarter. So we keep an eye on that one as the Eagles play the Knights next week over in Mason City. We'll take a break here, and when we come back, we will have your First State Bank player of the game. This is West Hancock football on B103.
Trulson Auto Parts in Britt has been keeping cars running since 1951. Trulson's is your Napa Auto Parts store and Napa Auto Care store in Britt. Call to talk to Dan or Levi about scheduling your car for maintenance today. Farmers, don't forget our farm filter sale going on now. Stock up on Napa Gold filters to keep you running today. Go Eagles!
The West Hancock Eagles work hard to succeed. Here at Swenson's Do It Best Hardware in Britt, we work hard to help you succeed. From tools and Valspar paints to plumbing, electrical, housewares, and everything in between. When you need to do it best, come to Swenson's Do It Best Hardware on Main Avenue in Britt.
This is Richard Wubin with B&B Ag Sales. Are you struggling to make your farm budget stretch? Seed, chemical, fungicide, and biologicals priced for peace of mind that you're getting your budget in line for the next growing season. Give me a call today to help you grow your best crop. B&B Ag Sales, 515-578-0237.
Count on First State Bank of Britt and Woden to put your community first. We partner with your clubs, we cheer with you at the games, we make decisions right at home to help keep you financially strong. And with advanced online and mobile options, banking has never been easier. Good luck, Eagles, from First State Bank of Britt and Woden, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, welcome back here to Sanger Field and the Britt Bar and Grill postgame scoreboard show. We're going to wrap it up here in just a second. Tonight's player of the game, we put our heads together while we were at break, and we're going to go with the First State Bank player of the game, Nathan Bixel, and 27 carries, 181 yards, and he really did, particularly in the second and third quarter, shine through for the Eagles tonight.
Yeah, certainly a good effort by him, and big boys up front moving some bodies, and he ran with good pad level tonight, and really got his shoulders down, and he was making a lot of positive yards. I don't know if he had a negative play all night. I don't think he did.
I don't believe he did either. So congratulations, Nathan Bixel. You are our First State Bank player of the game. First State Bank brings you our player of the game. They have our banking in Britt and Woden. They're there in the stands cheering on the Eagles and supporting the Eagle fans all year long with checking, savings, loans, and much more. Give them a call today, 641-843-4411. And, of course, they always say good luck to the West Hancock Eagles. They are a member of the FDIC. Kevin, great to have you on the podcast tonight. Looking forward to having you on again this season. It was a fun experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, and hopefully we can do this more together. It's a good experience and always good to be back.
You bet, and I appreciate your knowledge of the game and your input during the broadcast. I want to thank Mel back in the studio, keeping us on the air and on the live stream tonight, feeding us scores. Thank Owen Martian, our cameraman, and for Kevin Sanger, I am Kevin Wilson, and we will see you next week right here on B103 and KIOW.com, whereas the Eagles travel to Mason City Newman Catholic, continue district play, and try to work their way up to the top of Class A District 2. Once again, you have listened to West Hancock football on the home of the Eagles, B103.
Touchdown.